Ensio mankwa, ensio hu nyo desani biara. Eni abodi nyina. Enti Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited. Eton safre ankrankre enumakuo ahodo nyina. Oba Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited a. Yeye borehole drilling, water treatment, visibility studies. Yeye nhwehwemu ewo asase ne so ansa na yetunsuo no dia maw. Yeye manual and electric pump installation, hydrofracture. Se Awurade na aye etunsuo ma wa. Obetimi anom, obetimi adware, obetimi dia bibia. Enti yeton safre dansie enumakuo ahodo. Yeye real estate companies, hotels, and sorry, and will be biara or the insure edijuma. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. When we extra crime, a one crime of Fanco barrier. Kumasi ewo odium bus stop. Freye wa homatu foiso 0245 636634 0247 171472. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. Yes, say insure mankwa.
Shrani po for wedding kwa onia bra back from 19.
Unamidi, Utebo Unamidi, Unamidi, Abba, Unamidi, Abba, Yenyamia ye wono, washan komana wedai. Yenyamia ye somno, washan komana wedai. Yenyamia ye wono, dampari kasana wedai. Yenyamia ye somno, dampari kasana wedai. I said the Unamidi, Unswa Unamidi, Unswa Udiashan come, Unswa Udiashan come, Unswa Udiashan come, Unswa Udiashan come, Unswa Udiashan. Unamidi, Yancho, Unamidi, Nayancho, Unamidi, Nayancho. Leka baba. African function Africana, Eco Nigeria, Eco Guinea, Eco South Africa, Eco Benin. Unamidi, Epa. Nami benye, when Nami beni, dampari kasa wadani, dampari kasa wadani, dampari kasa wadani, kaso. Eba. I did Picasso na wadan komse. Nami benyo, when Nami benya.
Medine da so ye Ohene David ya so sanse amfone nkwase asamso ye na ye mutu enya kodoni atamfa ye fansi no moja ye doja na edu moja obi a wagime bi antimentie program we bi age won mo madwene da oti se 4K pictures and as a 5G network ye baba bedin komo na esansan komo no e very important a ebesom ye nyina ntie ebesra sa obetumi a share video no ententem so na ye nyina yetimi akoye nim won mo maba nyina me checha mpapa emre nhye da ni wonti no ye nya onim difo ba akopɛ and in fact papa we or a young guy but na dwemodo ye nua me monidin Gideon Yeboa ewo ha say yedo asemo akwa papa Fozia Ahmed me cheche amo Edmond Step and Ahmed Kweku and Mariam mahose Mariam Zari also o ha say me cheche amo mamunyina mo akwa ba yet say send your my Ghana tie no ye basse ye o my Ghana ye bibia won se dom ni nyina atwe kokodi akire enti free abriko no abribia bo se Ghana Blaster ebobo no utumo se we program kra na nkrofo gina hono ma omokwa akwakotie ne yekoso we kire se Ghana for odoma pabi e de tai Ghana echi e wo bibia ye yim nanso ye so frɛ yempanfo a wono ntie yen na akwakoye adapa atwa ene ade the best say only entra na yetimi ninkomo na bibia enkoye maye Ivan Che Innocent e wo ha sei ye ne ne bedi nkomo na ye nche ho no ma me ni kan mo bobo nsem bi a akoso kakra ansa na yetumi ede ne aka no ayeden aba Balis e wo ha sei Balis Mustafa o say Kevin Taylor made a full out you freedom fighters. I don't know what you're talking about. That's your on enti yama kwanso kose why bye abrante upon Eric or say fire that's new force was a bright young man Ivan Che Innocent in fact na dwemo do ye papa oguso a osiesie no ho bia na obi nim ogu so osiesie no ye hwe se ye betimi aka ne te ne kama na waba so no so ye na atimi adi nkomo mesra mo share video no na ye ntimi enko ye nim kama Samuel Owusu ose Ohene David, God bless you. Me da se papa say mo share yen. In fact adwuma ye no and I'm sorry enyasem ketwa and I'm sorry enyasem ketwa course abafira no pa saa bepim samre ya me no ka say course aba besi samre ya me no ka say emu odin ye emayen na ye try ye best say ye say adaje say ye tena sese ya na ye brepa ansana dwumadi no atumi ayeden abaso nti se hawa bo modern na ye say wo so tumi ye bia obetumi de aboa no na waboa na wa share video no kama na video na atumi akonanim because ye brepa ansana ye video back o jama Bismarck or see David, you are too much, brother. Medas papa. Mene o kasa soldier for aposifo bi case bi aba bedi me hanoma yigusua ye hwe se ye betumi aka dwumadi no amanako na enya asem keto ama yen challenges no dawson na ye besre ya na eduru ba bi a enwanwa ye ya eduru ba bi a enwanwa kakra se obi ka entro nsem a na nipa gidie wa obeka no kure no ode opa akire mukosi sen nipa na nyi wonni ne me hu ne se Ghana no no kura ewum ne se agimifo dɔɔso sene nyansafo no agimifo no dɔɔso sene nyansafo no ti da bia bo se wo brɛ saa but all over no problem bacho Ivan ye guso a ye twa ho nti no wadaroma se ne be betimi no atwetwe yan komo no ententem so nti no mesere se obebo modern na watwe aben ye na yetumi aka jagum ni akọ why before then bacho mama memfa advert short we infam na yemra why
Ensio mankwa, ensio hunye odesani biara, eni abodi nyina. Entina Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited. Eton safre ankrankre, enumakuo ahodoɔ nyina. Oba Awurade na aye Drilling Company Limited. Yeye borehole drilling, water treatment, visibility studies. Yeye nhwehwɛmu ɛwɔ asase ne so ansa na yɛtunsuo de amaw. Yeye manual and electric pump installations, hydrofracture. Se Awurade na aye etunsuo ma wa. Obetimi anom, obetimi adware, obetimi de ayi bibia. Enti eton safre dansie enumakuo ahodoɔ. Yeye real estate companies, hotels, and sorry, and will be biara or the insio edijuma. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. When we extra crying a one crying or fanko barrier. Kumasi ewo odium bastop freye wa homatu foiso 0245 636634 0247 171472. Awurade na aye borehole drilling company limited. Yes say insio mankwa.
Shrani po for wedding kwa onua bra.
Mr. Ivan me pacho mo akwa
Major so David.
Bibi aboko de.
Oh, nyame adom ahon ho.
Anumre de meda wase na mama akwa pa ewo fire from above dwumadie so TV ne de Ohene David Empire na mom ene dwumadie de me pacho bisa abrewa nyente bisa abrewa na banyina ne se abribia bibi be kire adwen na entume emmoa ma yenko ye ne mo ne ma bi ono ne atwe benkofo a omo nim dia ombetumi aba beboa yen enya abotra kire mu ama yen ye ti anu ti ayatwe aben wanimre nti mesre na obi a unya share video no na wa share video no na yetime ne ye bra ye adi nkomo bra ebie mame wakwa ba biem
Me nua Major so mama nchia na mentia wahwefo na da bia se da music no me mama ba so because ya na me fese na form wa ma no ne no tambia mo so much interested in the affairs state of affairs ekoto Ghana because se wutu kwan na program no ne na hwe abrabo ma na sebi emre sometimes na na emu ya kakra chance out Ghana ha say so somebody awa aboche can decide to just forget about what is going on in Ghana but consistently na things as I had the involvement of people in the diaspora so far as the current political discourse is concerned na effort more year to shaping the political narrative no say by the youth of this particular country and so betimi baby na ya turn your mind no said the be ya obi a hobato na na manage and all over on various platforms so I think say obi kura betena obi bisa say na branti ade a o ye de no nya frim enye so say adwuma wo ye obi tua wo ka
sesi ade ka kura minyanya bi nkofo YouTube sika minya bi anka bedipa minyanya bi o
yeah, so and natural say it's always not about money. Sometimes our conviction juma now said the nipa or how na maniemu, now you can add your voice to the conversation. And no one kasano will bring you some satisfaction. I think that is okay. And in the be a many opportunity, I'm a basso say what you are doing, you know. Obi no are perfect in one way or the other. No, but me can say be quite you be obi and so forth. But I think say yɛnyina yɛkyerɛ yɛadwen no abɛtumi aboa yɛ ama shaping the political discourse ama yɛnya de yɛnsa bɛka. So I think say it's all good. Yeah.
Nini ameda ase pa na ne wo kan na ansa na yɛde adwumadie no bɛtaataa so no. Abusuaso aba na wonya share video na ɛbɛsɛrɛ sɛ wobɛshare video no because mo na yɛne mo yɛ adwuma no. Wobɔ mmɔden na wotumi hyɛ a ɛne bɛtumi aboa ma yɛtumi ayɛ adwumadie nyinaa kama na menua ansa na yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ no ne based on what you said sɛ ne obi abɛkyerɛkyerɛ n'adwene ne ade ukodru ɔdesɛn a ukodru Dubai sisi a ɔhene ne tua sika ɛnyɛ sika ketewa o sika doso pu ankasa ɛde man kɔfo sɛ mommo nkɔtena ase na monwene abere bi ambate sɛ obi criticize bibi no momma madwen kɔ so na monwene mfa ho na momma solution tentem ɔno no otua nkɔfo ka ma mo kɔdwene be Ghana de yɛtua nkɔfo ka mo sɛ ade yɛtua nkɔfo ka ma mo ba be di nipa atem yɛtua nkɔfo ka ma mo ba be criticize propaganda ne emu ade enti ɔman yɛ ti sɛ no ususu sɛ Ghana obi tua ka ma nkɔfo transfer dwene no Ghana de wodwene papa na ye tua nkɔfo ka ma ma bɛsɛ no ɔman bi sɛ yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim.
I think it's quite unfortunate, very, very, very unfortunate because the last time I was having a conversation with Obi and then I make a and said democracy, no. Sometimes yetiana si yentiasie and yakotama batu ya honso. And baby a boyenya ekoye no portions I boy o head the to aba ma yesesa aban ma aban ban na de a eduru ho a obi a de akire yakoto aba. And beyond that, no, other aspect of democracy na our respect for one another. Obi chire na adwene na se for those aspects in there you're interested in. We are scared to say your mama for kwan mo chiro mo adwene a. Why have no mother cancer menisa omka. Said the Wusi can any Dubai in the US and other places. Democracy is about say Obi to me ask for the other side of the conversation. Because be an hour wagging. Say me babo and tena become a bit prompt to say, oh, some me crank me in so it is this discourse and a boy am I to me shaping the political way now. Am I in and Saka the essay and Saka and Amaya no. It's not more government in Kwan and then yet multi policy table on Kwan Namum Obia can be in any diverse way be obey me first watch and I dream biano say about na say a talk quite more and even where we disagree with the Obi Krano wouldn't hold pine say oh sorry any panel because ochra wadring na mechira madwin and then the money democracy because so okay ye translation of democracy or Ghana higher say kabi na mean kabi. And this can be and it is not written anywhere as a mecan as on me no. But the freedom to speak my mind that as I'm not mecano and also emetia or person I and I am with security now mum betting me boy and I may shaping or mine ye bunusaba yard no because in some year can you know other countries I did see me say problems now do persons in the media, social media advocating us for then we are amplifying the concerns of the people on the ground. And the policy makers or multi-policy table, no better answer na then weave your friend is saying policies are about addressing some of these things. So always there must be a direct link between some and the policy makers because grounds for any so when we speak from the other side, when we are speaking the alternative language, different from the policymakers, they must listen. Now, or address the concerns because governance to address the challenges and nipa kum. But it's unfortunate that democracy no as a nipa birumuntiasia. And discourse no be a bedru no obi kura wo tawadwo to make us na wo brabe na wabo na sika be na wo na
and the omachaka
boy democracy and America and nipa bebre nya policies na ye nka manfo nya bi. It is about the quality of thought war and how you can contribute to the discourse a bit me boy and amayetimi solve some of the complex problems because the whole essence of governance and you are supposed to profess your first offer solutions to problems among for every single day. A government is supposed to be thinking, professing alternative will be to solve the challenges and and you cannot do it on your own. You need to engage others. So you broaden the horizon so that a lot of people will come into the fold. In the for trauma and so fortunately for us today, media that particular platform, social networking and social media has provided other alternative for everyone. Joining the conversation. You are right now in Germany, but you are adding to the conversation in Ghana. There are other people in the UK. There are other people. Kevin Taylor at the US and other places. But every day they contribute to the discourse here in Ghana. That is the platform. But you just look at the value in the assembly nipa no kan kwan so a betimi aboa ye empower ye ho na say yetimi raise concerns in our society nim nyina to a level a betimi reach policy makers then they will weave policies that cover those problems and say by ye ho beto ye so democracy enya it is
all right.
Say you create a platform be a channel yeah.
Thank you so much. Now let's go to our main topic for today. So we now share video na beso so bebo modern no share video ya damasi se moje agwa na mo hwe yenjumadie mpa cha obisa abrewa me de ba say be yen every Saturday na say da e benya atitru ni ani ntini ni akokoni ni abre ni petitru bia no ye no mo betena se Saturdays na enwumre bia ye di nkomo efri enwumre no nson e Ghana time mu ebe ekopin be no nwotwe no ebedidi sa enkomo yi. Now let's go to our today's topic. Me pa cho say unim topic e da ho na enu ni ye baka Ghana education service na na education system no one sem yen SIM card registration no so ye be boss kakra bi because enye main topic for today. Main topic na ye Ghana education system no ansa na we are black staff for akototo papa so ka tuturi die a e ba no ye beba bi busa say wontu san so bi ana say den na e continue mesre mon share video no na yentimi no actually na kasa ebeken yen kasa engu. Mr. Ivan, if I may ask, they say that's what they used to say. So let me say that they say education is the key to success. So, to your own opinion, or in your own opinion, how important is the Ghana education? See how Ghana education now.
Yeah, I think that David, growing up in Ghana, no na woko school no, nsema no mo ka kire ya say education is a key to success. And I think that around the world ni nyina ya tibi. Quite recently because over Ghana higher education is a key to success no. Yeah, ha no padlock no ya sesa no. Enti key ni kura the key becomes useless. You can't use it to open anything. So instead of having a key, I bet me unlock the potentials. I would the individual can click to his human best. You change the padlock every time. We are subjecting the padlock to political maneuverings, individual interest, and whatever. So instead of saying focus on human factor and how we can use education to tap into individuals at the papa flow. No, it is about pure politics. So politics now. I take it the center stage. Education is key to success. No, and key to success. That's some padlock. No, so there are a lot of people with educational keys or but they can't do anything and they cannot be used to do anything. And the system is also not creating capacity and avenues for them. So education is a key. No, maybe Germany is true. In the US is true. In Dubai is true. But yeah, Ghana has a CIA way there. Education is not the key. Because there are a lot of people holding the keys all right, but the padlocks, so that is the issue.
Oh, okay. And to see at home, on my kasano, by education, sign a yeko, sign a jina. Ye free him, but na ya baby dreams is here, and him fan yeko, semi busasana.
I think that is very, very unfortunate. Answer I may not have this particular conversation where I think many our phone after form of school, a teacher for I have a lot of friends, many are doctors, some are professors, some are your friends, basic school teachers and staff. And very often, we have engagement or more reservations or more about the current state of our educational system. No, they share, even though you may be on but they find it say who here says sometimes they will have such discussion with us at our level. No say in the kind of conversation a bit me a capture and I can report back to you say many of them are frustrated with the current state of affairs I want to see because it does appear say school na say they politics, political interest, overshadow educational value, educational interest. We are just, I say, the butcher scale, and problems I buy major one, schedule, educational schedules I also see. And first, I know you school, no, or be a say a drew month with my vacation, a drew month in my year, a drew say I went a say. But I can tell you, say in the last 4 to 5 years in the even parents, no cry, mama school, no cry, they don't know these schedules. Because what the government is doing is say, what that's around a pana GS at the letter babonting or China and crab school. Omuk on to me could do school more. Now, yeah, the abase no school na see a moon sign coffee. Yet to me, extra chas and cranical school at the chomo exams we are no massing bafie. So you could see, say, there's a total confusion going on from top to down, all because of when I fast so I implemented this particular free SHS policy. I can't want them.
Because Kabeba Busa say, a then I decide you yaba, and yet son is and kay, nti, push out decide the number.
Yes, I think that so far Ghana your constitution article 25 clause 1B and your constitutional framework in 1992 can't ho say yetimi to your name we na say you say we've been able to provide infrastructure BBBI you're okay you making sure say education from basic to secondary school be free. But don't forget framers, not the caveat to be to say progressive because they were privy to the economic challenges you be jumping into say into over the years and buying kufo by a free sages and go bit me but he knew the challenges and they were and the Oshasi one may see Suku dine with Melson on pens or Munina and commit me be Mahama pens or things all the block and as a phone by. All these are gradual processes. I built the eco drew. So when the Nakufa cast out the free SHS, it was a good idea. A lot of people edutum. I can tell you, say free SHS was one of the best policies at Abuayan as a country. But when you fast while you're implementing as educational policy, you're implementing as a political reparation package. Make a reparation package, and say promises say mema wade. The fact that my promise was somebody man there set me wo me neo se bank
I saw the baby below. Some de ba a fake you say your original, some cofa de below. Say bepwa, say emwa, some de below.
Akwesa brante bi o promise na say Christmas or brana ponche. Not knowing so near ponche, and the chain upon a cool will be a ponche boom no cool we are ponche back with a command answer. Yet where did ya na police for betche no nimguasia so. Sa and I are promising it ya the beba. The India make us and say, some penny for your many baby casa ye are stakeholders within the educational sector or move match they are some institution or move free say policy near good. But I bind so what they buy yana your womb. When you tenancy, let us have some deliberation, stakeholders engagement. No you who quite fast why be implementing on because no single educational policy a major one and never bar. You're just implementing within a short period. First, you need to pilot and see how feasible it can be. Because in the first place, the free SHS Ghana. What it means is the number no will increase. You don't need Obi amana catch us. I need a free and nipa beba kese. Then say increment Then a child say tertiary schools are legone KNUS in as a phone and maybe beba a whole never kosoro. So the long-term plan will be like, okay, let us expand infrastructure. I am built at the secondary school level. Now see, we are in Krano, we are secondary school or because that is not the terminal point. And I am quite tertiary, and so and as I am go through a so quite tertiary. Tertiary, according to school, them universities. And as a government and as a long-term plan, you think about also setting up universities and also at the secondary school level. No there are universities at Omobeko, na Legone Tech and Koboso. But all these things are making once a me. Ya winning and I the toes who womb and I don't know a buffer so. ebe fast no be school ba na nkra no empa na omoda so no nkra empa 10 na wo ha nkra na ye 30 ewie na ebinum eda dormitory ewie na okọ dining ho a grass so na ebinum serve aduane. All these challenges coming up and na ETD pa koso ama the government is overwhelmed. And instead of them to admit, say free SHS implementation, no kwan fa so ayeye na mani panadol so no, we could have at least done something to mitigate your say challenges na eba no. But omono that is not what they thought of. It is about say a promising nipa so yeah they eba and a challenges na koso nti awofo no mo hwe omo school and then no and nobody sorry see a school or china bada sorry say mun kofie or china say mun say the challenges are so many to the extent say teachers na nkasa kra no ebro mo so. And the other side okwa educational sector na nkasa won challenges and the problems are answer na free teachers no beba kra no na ye nyina ye nim the challenges are na ho dada sesi am no kasa yi am say me the Professor Jampo ne post be what put on social media hrl yes university teachers association UTAG for our striker omo complaining about research allowance and na se for no sesi am no kasa yi se wonu ya no me Professor Jampo
Jampo okay on the way
exactly uti ensem na okana tum se ne buafuye na okasa because I say aban is just toying with them ensem na omo kana aban fa nya hwe and that is the frustration me peja we ya ba kire say in educational sector there are genuine concerns ewo ho now in the face of all these things what that surround upon yes government after over 68 million Ghana cedis at their quarter past questions say the man kra omo nkotrom pass na yenkase free SHS nkra na ya ade when basic amenities ni basic infrastructure baby ankra bada school adan ombetenam no yanyanwene ho past questions na yet told akoma ankra omo the age between 12 to 18 maka say
Mr. Ivan me obeto aso wa ka kire me say ye beto aso in some say no hu ya na ebinom tene ha omo ka say nya nokre yet ya no ma nkanka ya wa kwantuom no obeti yes ye twa obi ti o yes ye kum obi sa case we menim se watia yes in the Ashanti region chief commit suicide after losing 120,000 Ghana cedi bet on AFCON obi ti a omo say tro but me follow ade we ya akohwehwe all the news ampa say nokre na we say so ha say you say the just Ohene of one we see another na ono so to bet na enti mahu say o ma post yetia ya na bi o wa ye ka say ase ye ntro me mom de me wura asem bi mu ansa na magie di enti se bibi se me de ba beto so a me pese ma chidifo nyina anye ntum se aye no kura tru do enti sa asem ya wo kan ampa say ye di sika do so puo ekoto past questions e de be man kwala Ghana.
Yes, and the minister appeared before Parliament because a man 14, 1 year. So your friend a man about Parliament, and he confessed that within a period of 2 years, he had 68 million Ghana cedis. Top past questions, and the other side, Masset, your home buy, and no crowd of what did that? Yes, aban no say automatic set e dey ma school for eno so sika set no
ayi bia go say beba na ye dey yetimi di
say pencil no way no na ya bo ma set ba ku di ya bo na bo kire wa we yem be hyew na obaka say oman we sabi ye ni daache nipa mu bu oman we so anwene nipa ho ene ye dey tikrom ha say
Macho yo tuna camera no bra kakra ma me na bra say kakra very good Mami ma doctor Akwaba na be samra on che doc mba cho mo Akwaba
yeah
Bibi aboko de
Nyame adome I'm enjoying the program tina my din meeting very fantastic
me da say na me kra na me ni say obeba on say man ka hwe ankyere wo ho na me send the link no ba sa bet ya na edu ba bi say ya ye hia mo na mo de mo nim de wo ho aba beta actually because a very serious issue nema e cost for Ghana no so you see education is the key to success there ye busa say ampa se Ghana ye education no e betum di akọ success no ana say omo ma yen key no education key no ti ampa se Ghana omo de ma yen se na be be ko ye success mi nti wo de mama osima ba ko na rap ho no na menko innocent wo na ye ne ni nkomo why
Yo, any mama can say the purpose of education no yen no obroni no any education in my no na what titi and say about be fire enkwasum no de no aba aye ne krom na ya ba be som no eno nti ana education no omo sha ase nti wo hwa obroni din kan ba no the missionary na din kan ba omo de nyamesom omo free nyamesom no omo de missionary schools enso kan ho ekwaye Anglican schools. Enti abrofo wankasa de omo ba ye mpeso aso no de na omo agenda omo set de amaye. Enti education na omo de maye no enye education na omo de maye say yembe hunu nyansa na yankasa yemfa ye friend say ye natural resources no ye add value there be omo betete yen say ye ma mefa yen friend say obese cheap labor no ye betete yen ye tete awie a ye free UK ye de free Ghana ya soa de aba UK na ya baba ba yenkoa na ya somwo mo eni nti no wohwa se ne omo ye no enie omo kire say name the parts of a friend say a tree but omo kire the importance of the tree enti mo hunu se be ka say name the parts of the fish but omo kire importance nti a ye name the part of the fish omo kire say a friend say sedimentary rock a friend say types of rock but omo kire importance of rock eni nti no Ghana need to wa wonim say iron rods ya de boba na eye so what you say and this wo to kwan na wo ba ana obehunu say sana iron rods na ya de si dan no ya de bridge no yetimi ni som no in terms of construction yetimi de boa no na mboba mu ne ya de nya enti broni no wan kire yen sa odi sie ye odi hintaye na wonim bibi de bia meka say yen kofo no ye from the educated elite no omo ye friend say omo nye elite in terms of education omo ye friend say miseducated and omo say omo nim de but omo nim de eno ntinu nim de ye wo mo ye fa wo mo a na do ba bro kira they don't come and learn skills they only come and learn the theory eno ntiti ene wo ba bro kira one mom san djuma ye skills acquisition ye trained no plumber for welder for fitter for they make more money than will be on call University of Ghana and the education no ye university no we are decided unemployed people yenya employed papa e wanyansa mu se be add value eno ntino o man panyin be ba national culture say education yen komu nkokira de se ekopesika because he does not even understand the education because no ne nana eye ne nana ye friend JB dan kwam no ye frɛ wo mu the clerks the clerks no na omo ye messenger obroni person be from messenger ntino wo sheda kwan ne edin keke e de to wo mu so de omo feel superior esin ye no aye maame na no mo call e friend say efuomu ekodo e friend say banchi eni koko no enu nti no JB dan kwa free so ni makenkan to free so ni nim dia sing ye maame no omo timi de omo nsa no ye adwuma de nneoma papa ebre ye no enu nti sankofo weni free wo no omo ba bro chire no broni no ankyere wo mo ekwan a ye fa so ye nneoma bi a ye building road ye building bridges yes kyere wo mo ekwan a mba ye boy aye messenger enti omo tena akwantuo no omo cheye omo ba afie no omo hunu say san ye won kofo bi omo anko sa school ni bi na omo nim nyansa ye ba beto omo so omo ba ye a friend say bridge omo ma ye a friend say motorway tema motorway omo si akoso mo dam Ghana for no man ko university no tie ne ye and omo timi see ye and these people who say they do not have the skills acquisition and Ghana for no omo ti krom wo no omo nya a friend say omo anko university no omo timi ye sa ne ma no omo hu ba ye hi educated elite for no be time wo omo because they never gained the skills. No, so more perjuma wa kwame kuma breswa. You needed to be skilled in order for it to gain employment. And Sanabeko a friend is saying glass abosu glass factory, you have to get the skills. Sa papa for no more money skills. Sa papa for no money skills. Woman you have from the so-called educated elite. No. And in Tiana, woman no some administrative head no. They don't know the policy where we are going because they don't understand. Ekrobiano. We have dreamers, we have visionary people. Yamfa Krobi to say Greece. Say the world is being ruled by the dead. The aristocrats, mono, the Socrates, mono, the Platos, mono, woman wuko. But woman nimu diano mu vision and then yadi practicing democracy. Omo wuko, but yeah, practicing the democracy. Because they were visionary men. Kwame Nkrumah wuko, but in the vision, no, and no. But when we need skills acquisition. Kwame Nkrumah wuko, but the name DNT and for real say we need skills acquisition. And to baby you start. Yes, yeah, command mebunisika. No more start baby. These were the knowledge and the dreams of our forefathers. One no more vision, no more nimdia, because they move with their intuition. Sa intuition, no tinaga na say Holy Spirit. There be. I know kasa say yanko say. And that discerning spirit, tenyaba oswa. What now say, and when you have a conscience, out to say, yeah, it me boa. Your education, the makase, the key to success, no, 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 the mesrewa. Our education, is just a key for us to go to prison. A education for us to go and steal from the poor. And your education, you bet me, I want to say, Safu Kantan Kamo. And we don't see the importance of Safu Kantanka. But this is a blessed man, and Yakupodia Domian. Uba bro, China, and China, or my artificial son.
Hey, Asamo.
It's yan chrono yetimedia. Because education, yan tias yentino. Your president Rebecca Chra say, being a teacher crown, and when you have profession to just go and make money. But the politician to say, your friend say Eugene Ahe, and what 6 years ago, no what 10 years mammy fee, and a year to and watch money di, and what was a lie, echo to coco, a wabon teneno, and a Eugene Ahe buy, no, wabade. Wababa amass wealth because he's a politician. When he a kufwado nenam. But teacher nina what Eugene Ahe will a university no. One of the Asia day. Yen to me mbuano. Ye kotuna ketu yemwa. Yes, yan fa ba kum sile kumi and seven fantoso. Now him the aya. Nan kwasia phobia penyin phobia woman in yansa to wo. Woman say, oh, yes, Susan, when they say the fatal woman because of the education crown, aduregu, and untino, instance, a better than crown yansano. A better added value to the education, no, Yanchra womu, Nayakasa, Yankoto, a friend is saying, questions, past questions, I costed 68 million and I prize, 60 million or so. Yes, young Congressman, I didn't top past question, yes, you see, we don't even know the policy direction of education. And the essence of what Betnefie, on April, Easter time, when in the entra, one call Easter, no, I better to some coffee, no one celebrate holiday, no one sambra. Because in Kofono they don't understand education, no. But Kwame Nkrumah, Emerald education, Ghana National College, Mono Ebre, no. What your friend said, training colleges. What vocational skills training, schools. What to pay. And into what to mantem work cranwa. What to me cost school now, mantem won't be. Now we are when you're Juma mantem work. And to most villages are near what a year and you man kitting. When you wear school, what to me acquired a year Juma. A banisanwa, press and bamba that a bine so. What I say,
all right.
Education is all about adding value to the people. But this is our education system, it doesn't add.
Okay. Yanko, Mr. Ivan, me who say your followers, you know, money did you man? Obi Trevor said, education is the key to unemployment. On any arguing.
I think that some nipa no cano experience. When you had the current system now, and on a man candy or can because ideally said an Mexicano. The whole essence of education is to broaden the horizon. Set nipa what one education is to not to equip you with anything, but a be what I'm what to make rational choices, wait to make a decision, wait to me and this all US and other places said education started yana. Omo ye computer be na say obi aye aeroplane obi aye we no omo ye nipa man for free so omo ye cobblers because they omo mind no pin to a level where they became free and they decided to do things on their own. So out of that experiment, and they became successful in inventing all these things. So that is the essence of education. Education, yeah, say, control exams, and when first class, changing chance, I win first class. But first class, in the paper, no flu in summer, witnesses, no. Education is supposed to equip you. I'll bet me a sufficient mentally. I'll bet me all the faculties in the Juma, Ubenya enough insight into life. Baby, I do but to be an bit making rational choices a bit in the eye. But it lacks as you say, educational structure na is so rigid and you're flexible. And do quite a system na your design amount. And one I want to move.
Yeah, Momra for Mamma for no Hammer for the Wufi on TBY, or Montibi Mayen. O can't rational and why motorious near the Adena, a yebi my why.
But also, mental now, cannot.
Lamech, say. Yeah, bro, for no Momra from all the irrational, contentious, dotoplasious, name motorious na. Yeah, na the Mamma for the Wufi, you know.
Make us say educational system na more ding and copy too much. I say better higher design. For instance, I'm not make catch will be say of 2 students back from Egypt, back from Ghana. Now these 2 students are more an archaeology. I study at university. Archaeology will be our Egypt also archaeology no ebenya some fast because Egypt our rich his your friends background in terms of history. Pharaoh ni na se for civilization era no and utimi tutu formal na tutu Pharaoh bi ti ba kon wa yeye ofie nyina yeye because you can sell that thing. And to be all archaeology in Egypt no will get value based on tajuma we obetimi anya in the future. But what Ghana na usu archaeology ya santo ati na ukutu anasa ukutu otokati na utu ade na benya film. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
People are just restructuring education and say maybe city or more ankasa or more market. And in China and so China design educational system in such a way so we are when China market and so there are a lot of things that you can do. And then beginning, you know, almost for US, or Harvard, or Stanford, and there still. You Oko Harvard, for instance, Wakoto Professor Ohene, several other ways, they are all Chinese people. They went back to China and they started experimenting all the things of Musuya and Oko China, Huawei, and and several other companies. There is nothing in the US and they are Oko China. To the sense that even iPhone in as for you see, you passing in area, you are sample of China because a honor. Your budget sikakitu abini asambo as compared to minimum wage or US. What I say. So education, you just look at circumstances, phenomenon, and situation. Now what the design or education, as time goes on, a bit and some kind of relevance because a nearman pattern in 20 years ago, no, Sanya mana usuan and run a make catch business. Okay, basic schools are when they chalk a sharp ransom, only as a draw a be. Obi esia said yesi draw kotre ene na se for no na bisa won say the 21st century ya ye drew and day so what kira akra say onsua se dey draw abeba e dey mfa so na be furu aba enti akra no sua abeba no you can change that particular things. Okay, akra no sua abeba at that particular stage no na memfa expose you to human anatomy and physiology and at that stage akra nim human organs no ni bia wo onimnity onimnina enti onam kwana se oti pain ewo maybe baby bia onim the organ maybe problem no so instead of seeing bebe draw way you expose the person to human anatomy
na chese minua babrofui asase so yeti em se omutumi kire nkwala na to the sense say ompehu body part ni nyina na ama police ni kura no se wo ye na adwuma wa abonten na awo ka oba otumi gina wo ana se akwala emene kwansi a otumi owo experience a otumi yi kwansi de fi akwala na no bet onye doctor
exactly because abebe na wo kire nipa no emfaso bi ani so emfaso amaso in the next 20 years bia na wo ba wo kire ne human anatomy and physiology na even
China for kwa wi abebe kura menya so mo kire abebe body parts
because see ade ehia pa wo no bi nam na se nipa fruit form se you know first aid a wo de be man nya fe na wo ko school but Ghana ha say wo no bi nam na se obuhwe a the first nipa na ben so be in the phone na wa video wo kon accident sia instead of them to resuscitate, even many panel CPR, no, as a phenomenon. All this knowledge, you know, on him into obeying the phone, no video in the life, say, oh, my baby drew her accident, see her model 202 money as a phenomenon. But Abia cause I named there at that early stage, and our father and all the hemorrhage and any panel bleeding no bleeding, which makes a chair. I know the day no save human life, and those you can pump CPR. So education, you know, it's not just about say yes, you at the aqua juman. So with me accepting the models near young Casacra this human level. No, a bit me look at football, yeah, boy players, and then say Omo Bobo and as a player be a cow pack is what they don't wait for the medical team. Or more Munianum players, and I think that quite recently Euro 2020 year busy year players now a sevu or Munia player or pack so without waiting for the medical, because it happened in a split second. If you wait for maybe 5 minutes, the person will die. So when you have all this knowledge now, I think it's a bit boy. But then look at the kind of education, yeah. So we call your primary schools now. Ghana has a primary schools, you know, about 80% of a teacher for normal child, you know. Baby crowd ha nipan either so one pass maths, either so one pass English, and also one pass away. We don't care. And make a choice, baby education forms in baby are very, very, very important part the formative years. Abara akwana wa wona okuki na gati no, because akwana ba wiase no na dwen no yinim afa na odi bibi ba behiem enti bibi na odi ba behiem no, you need a skilled and a very intelligent person to insert something of value. That thing will cater for the child moral orientation, social orientation, psychological orientation, and everything. So imagine say wakofa kwa sempanyi so nchira obade akrano what kuno what destroy in the future, what say no at that early stage, because that is the first exposure in terms of education. University in as for young radio university, we go there to learn, but at early stage that is where a child in here that kind of orientation you're supposed to be. So in America and other places, you can just one pass exam, so you can't win to or primary as for no more. In the US, yesterday I was talking to somebody, a former army officer in the US, and he was telling me, say, if you ukra with degree, you need to go through a lot of vetting process. I mean, who say qualify because you are going to take care of the child's psychological, social, emotional, several needs. So all these are enormous tasks, but at the early stage, you know, you're told because I cried young Sabelo. Now you're saying crana and do secondary school in as for not. Now we were fan of one drink that order them. I cried at that age, you know, a fan of one drink until you bet you be a no. I said, oh, 9 hours socks and Juma man. And if we really want to get value from education, I think that we need a total overhaul. Now you restructure education in such a way that at the early stage, you know, you bring competent people and can be exposed to them. Now you bought fapim papa you drew I bet me a bomb to start and then going forward, you know.
Fapim ni bi ni sen ye mo fapim papa mfa mo no o hwa fapim ben na betumi aya mo anka beboa
fapima ye can what some say. First you need to have in mind where we are going in the next 20 years, and now what try crowd in the year. But how now why
I know your friend is system, right?
Yes. Now me share video be quite recently our China. And crowd fena omodi your friend saying 7 to 8 years. Your friend saying obia in the computer nim. Because China knows say in the next 10 to 20 years, you know, that is the world is going digital, full digital to the extent even sika cry ye use cry and this hard currency among for use people are coming out with digital currency. If you go to China today, whatever that you want to buy, or more app na even WeChat, and on a yadi you use WeChat because they have other way and out by yard WeChat and so by so that is the digital world I call. So Ghana no your direction fan I call. So depending on where we are going, your priority is healthcare now. Your priority is it about medicine? It is about economic transformation. All these are models that you have in mind, you know. Then you restructure the education in such a way that it will tap into that future educational prospect now you seek to achieve in the future, no. So depending on the kind of plan, set up agriculture Now, China knows that they are going full digital in the next 20 to 30 years, and US knows the same thing. Where do we want
Mr. Ivan waho. Mr. Ivan.
to
Okay. Ma mensa fanan to so na mehwe. Mr. Ivan otimenka.
go? But Otemenka,
Minu Ivan otimenka on.
hello?
Okay, cyber
Hello, David.
Cyber be mami why?
David.
Na yeto nka all right, but also tianka.
Meto nkapa network na say wonse Ghana de network
I Ghana network yeti asiero do yeti doctor anim na hwe wanim. Utimi say wo network na ayeche say imakola dwom no. Yanko kwa no si on ento aso.
Enti said na Messi can say maybe a person you call in the next 10 years, you know. But man, it's any plan, no. We don't have a plan. That is the problem. So you need maybe a year then we structured the educational system in such a way say better be into that. But said another Dr. Ren Esikano on mind being to tumpon abra vocational skills and let's have your friends a skill based way no and sanujuma and nipa into me. So knowing very well say yet me a mana, you bit me I solve some of the problems I have because now me catch you business or Accra. Just look at Accra. Accra Korea way be Accra best uchim be 30 Accra enyafa. But traffic Accra ha just when won't yet. As a government, we can come out with the plans that in the next 10 years, we are coming to decongest Accra. I'm for more dreams of Mokakoto car, but has a crown or Mokrano, Ombejai, because yeah, the railway system Accra. Forget about Kumasi, just deal with Accra alone. When you finish, then you can go. So Accra has a from Pokuyas to Medina, from Medina to Hifa, you connect railway. Abama transportation movement very easy. About traffic, then as a phone in free ho. And if that is the plan you have, then you structure your educational system in such a way that you get people from tech straight. They can go into your friend is a railway construction. That particular thing, no, China build, but here, no, you can do that. We have the military, we can partner them. There are a lot of things that we can do, like federal rules. Yeah, can military contractors and then as a forum, we can resource them, empower them. Some of the contract na them are from so military no more has I want to mean yes my way because be a bedri Ghana net Togo and go kontokwa. Yeah.
Okay, Doc, biomai kana yan twan Ivan so or cyber mu bi ma na yankasa Doc. In fact, me ra ho pa wo. And na obi frɛ me ka asɛm bi kyerɛ me sɛ, papa, mokasa yi NPP for na ankasa any Ghana politicians no. Omo nim sɛ no kora na moka. Enema mo tie mo frɛ omo sɛ mo fix we munye we ni nyina no. Womo nim pa sɛ no kora na moka. But the problem is, womo ni adwene a omo de bɛyɛ. Adwene ni ho.
Say, I know na make culture say the elite, no. Oh, you see, the problem with Ghana, no, any, and it's very, very deep. I say ni pebiatiasi. Ghana, no, yeah, one phobia from the elite. They feel say they are superior. They don't have skills. And I want phobia. You see, woman, the elite. You see from a henu no. But woman was skills. What you say?
Okay. Yeah.
You need the skilled labor, no? And I want the elite, no, to come together to build the nation. By idea, no, one more from the elite, no, one more need skills, and they envy the people with the skills. One, and I want to our skills, no, so no. One more be inferior into one more baby, a woman to me, to me, so. Into problem, no, a lot of what it got to do with the brain, emancipation of the mind. You see, our fight is not physical. Our fight is a battle of the mind. Sania Kwame Nkrumah Timika say the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. No, it was true. It was true because Nkrumah believed in the black man. And he ansana Britain hebenya motorway no na Ghana wo motorway. One for one more call university and a year kwan or you sue the Nkrumah ba kroma mama kasem bi. Nkrumah ba brochire no ho. Now our problem your friend inferiority complex. Aya ni nua your friend no Marcus Garvey. He's a rich man, a Caribbean, very wealthy man. He trained Nkrumah to believe in himself. And Nkrumah started believing in himself. That you need to be here also to me. So
for 1 minute rap on Namenko Ivan because the network no a hand on Nayamo no will be in the fast Nayam also. We in 1 minute, Yanko.
Joe, eti medi a hono econo. Now me say that inferiority complex no. Amaka na ni no a ono ehwe yen sisi ano de bia no wo susu say eye elite fo no a omo ko school eye Harvard no Cambridge omo ko sia course be ya omo ko sia sociology dondology omo ko sia course they can add value to our natural resources. And ya almost said they have a particular something you call the mask. And beneath the masks, no, they are empty. Beneath the masks, no, we no ding komwa. What means no, these people are shallow. I didn't I work cron a trima edibu mino. A bini what? Vision na edibu mino, woman be. Dreams are edibu mino, woman be. Woman focus. In Tiana, maybe South say, how many years Anna Ghana be produce your friends in the next 10 years? Do you know how many engineers Ghanaians will produce? You don't know.
Akwaya Okumasi Chama untumi Yamano Yasiwa ya engineer Yamano road contract. Chama untumi
Mogana for her most sorry Amusimu engineers. And Mukoma Dina I say flyover. The kind of flyover you don't even do feasibility studies. And when say mantem wo for no amoti wono say ya kwanya enkofu bebre no ampese one be full stairs. Into some person before stairs there, and then you lift. I bet me a funny panel free from work. I don't make do platforms, no man until a platform. So, two, I don't think any feasibility studies in Musa and Kofono and person before steps into no. Yenya be a friend subway because Ghana for them person before steps into Yenya subway, civil engineering, design, and I reason maybe econo. Ye free bibi metaverse education, where imagination meets reality. That is where we are moving, and I am sorry. The pace abrofuni move no, it is more than the speed of light. That is where my worry is. And when a man is slow and some are coming from cancer, why here the black man will become a slave again? Because and Indiana see ababe do no okay? On China system no, on say system no, you will primary, secondary, and a tertiary. Who free primary now call secondary? Who jai primary no? Untimi nyashi wo wiase biem waka wabra ba say. Who we basic? Untimi nyashi wo wiase biem wabra ba say. China need to be we primary pe na bra bon say. Wo wies a basic na bra bono and say. Wo wies sorry secondary no na bra bon say. Wo wies university abrabon say. Ade na Ghana nko ade. Obi we primary na wan to aso anko secondary na bra bon say. Obi we secondary no anko university na bra bona say. What is it? It's because ye tutu nkofo bi de and ye de bem. Enti wo hwa ane no, ye wo digital world and ye wo analog leaders. Ye leaders no be analog. Senior Avram Beka say we have analog leaders. Won be so mu rule LED the digital world.
The digital citizens.
It mama ni Ivan and brother
Ivan o network nya kra eba o network na ba hwe te se otumfo na mo Johnson no enya kra enti no ne be ni say mami Musa o say system be na Ghana education na eyiso I hope so.
It's really bad. Network near very, very bad. But I'll try my best.
I try. Yeah. I wish I'm not sure you know why. Because Abraham,
education okay. Education in na tintin ni tietie nyina ma me mo simple nchiro. Ete se wo yare. na akọ hospital na yama waduro so je nanom na fata oyare aduro na yede ma ho se je nanom no enya aduro no na ekosa oyade this is what people don't know aduro na yede ama se nom no call system num no there are receptors our system num the drug is only going to activate those receptors to work. That's all.
Okay.
And your adura yadama no so no e bi so block certain receptors adwuma ya so beti. So drug now no is either going to agonize or antagonize a particular process through receptors now or need as a activity the receptor or and I say a bit immuno enti aduru na ya nom no enya aduru na ekosa ya de niam na ma ye ti apono wo we de enum dada enti aduru no ko just to click on the various receptors ama na ya adwuma enti so hwe aduru bi a friend volume that's it am ya nom ya ye wo receptors bi ewo nipa ma ya friend benzodiazepine receptors enti wonum sa aduru na e just to activate that particular receptor enya activity a we den obeda enti enye se aduro na de na no brawo na mom as a receptor na ba activate na be mo wada the make nyina na se education na ye ko schools no ye nko school se be education bibi e ba hye yemu na mom individual ye wanyina obia won potentials obia won talent obia wo we the whole essence of education is to help us to realize those potentials ye develop individual potentials. These potentials are diverse. There is no single person who has only potential. So you structure education in such a way, say, the potential. And do go US, we say, but yet me, it is a special school manner to unlock whatever potentials that person ever. That is the whole education for potential. So it is about designing education.
Me sure say wo ma ha da be wunim hanse mi nyina Ivan because ha say from Italy menim wo ba Germany ni ade wo ba wura offices no sebi mpia piasa omo a wotumi se omo nya complete kra no wo omo nyina mpo wa adwuma omo ankasa eye obi wo ho a wo tenka se enkoye na wa hu bet wo adwuma poti bi a oya ode bua ma oman no koso ntifo ano si ma me a
yes it is education yes me ko school akwaje degree me kwaje we it is about unlocking the human potentials and yankopon dia ma obia enti I know the obi ko school na or you failure it is not the person that is a failure na mom it is the failure of the educational system na ya no say be take care of nipa na be realize the potential ko obi o ha na need dey mekatu no betimi atu ebi dey football but obi dey say obetimi atonyom. All these are diverse potentials and nyina collectively need to boy am ya chechiro man. So the whole essence of education and am linking it to ado yanom no sa na we tie we go to school to expose ourselves by betimi click it to your human best, but unfortunately no your high school na by paper chase am focus school until be na obia bokota na ho denden professor theoretical nko okọ say wo Germany okọ Benz baby omo ye omo cars na baby a plant no omo ye ho adwuma omo shentare fi omo da cars yes adwuma no some are professors some are doctors na Ghana doctor no be shatare fi da Ghana one who be even okura master's degree kro be shatare fi da. That is the concept ayewo ya dwen say school no ko school na che say show coat we chinchin enti
mbacho aha say bola adwuma no kra no nkofo bebre bo degree eyi bola
exactly
amkuta ya PhD holders eyi bola
enti the whole education no a paper chase enti anadwo amanfo eko school awi amanfo eko school ni na se for no just for a paper keke enti paper ni ekura no wogi paper ni free mitima adwen efe na adwen a ye de tena se adwen to solve a problem ketu akura ni nitim e na ode nananam ho. And there are several of such kind of more krom ha obenya doctors bebre professors
answer na wo de wa no be cinema friend doctor no education Ghana education no aboa o man no empuntu so because school na yire woni go school na ye che sister ofria no okọ ha ofria no awura we ofria no okọ ha say no aboa o man empuntu.
I think that baby ya duru dia meka say abambuo woni pa bebre esa because and school na ye kono kra no there is no incentive, there is no reward because when I buy ho na wona wonim de ebia wonim dia wankasa wonim say ade wo betimi aye, you will not even get there because the whole appointment aye nyina is not based on meritorious criteria. David, me hwe na wonim dia nti ma menkofa na mra maban mo betimi aboa me. No, it is about if I'm for no mo kokonto kwa ma aye e wo ha sei no, hwan na no ho ye den, hwan na no ho ye den. So we end up rewarding a man for adwene fa na adwene mu ni bi. It is about adwuma oye ye de boy.
That we are no abo na match say John Boy do see abona so best MP or in NPP say that maybe me to am say e asem credit say credit man brega na me pese be
we are just jokers and we have jokers in the media who also give
Christian Lab and can na me so niema eniema kuntan ni kuna akọ abesua bola ho adwuma e okrum ha okuta the masters you. Yes, MPP boyba no atamo matna ka na nado hemfa na obeko na ode omnam ode omfria na ode omkwa ba bi ombeko bia na okọ Europe tour na odi omachi emo mbeti say yes oni abrofo ba miensa ono kwa ni bibini a na oka ho China fo ni German fo ni ade ono kwa ni tumi ye the masters omo maka no kro mantumi ensa nkom masters no yes China aban aba be fa ne de no ko enne ote China obua manage waste Germany for the wiring automatically and also African and India ya snobono Christian Love no okuta master at Krum Hanum ewo a fee management mu ya twi ya ni na ote ya saa
exactly. So
we senior
Ivan to mention ye ya
unim say mobile phone and sana abehunu phone ni say atade a me say ye blue black unim say fiber optic nim de no e Ghana ni and a Dubai.
Oh wow.
Ghana ni na ba no nam Ghana and walk and answer some kwan be fa so e be boa ma your system even railway system kra no yetumi use
papa ko kra bi no yo Ivan
na Ghana ni ye want a friend say Safu Kantanka and Kantanka so ye hu ne ho fa so now COVID-19 ba ye want to say Ghana for bi wo tech e wo boase eye secondary wo mu eye innovative e de nema ba
what do say shawa na ensuo na abu agunsa so na seminar ba na wa holo nsa na wo no enkwana no na no ada on say boy bi yesi waye solar say motorbike is saying na Ghana media for television station ni ade we anu afre no aba no de na ba be kan news kama na nkofo abehwe no na we anu aba ewi a ya pamo na wo ko ba bi
oni medjuma Ghana fo bu say obi abotai wakot na office enso nipa na yesusu collector modern day susu collector no your friend a banker or just nkofo sika a modern day susu collector from moving from house to house and nkofo be from Barclays bank for omunim nyansa no msi yem build structure na nkofo ne kwatrem na enya ne point na nkofo ba they will save money a modern day susu collector eno would this cano and so you respect it as will be or no a friend say mechanic you respect it as will be or day or your plumber you respect it as in Ghana no Ghana as you where they saw a fit any where they saw a plumber
fit any kwase bi o che as you no no jimi za no bank manager ga yan kan he
brabro chire what was it car now to Ghana umbu baba and so baba no make £4,000 a month. Ghana no school now call ya ko tie. Wakwatna a friend say Ghana commercial bank a man for ba na wo collect it. Modern day susu collector. Me wo be your banker me say wo ji susu. And I was na office air condition. Modern day susu collector. Enya bibi a yesonko.
Ivan to
yes, so said na ye nyina ye ka no. It is about the value and nipa na beba am ya chichire oman. There was this US president that na Ohene obi amana beboa no amana ye wabana ban mu oba ye krom ha ya aban bi ba amanfo de mponche ebinum de ahemfo na kopa chew bekoji adwuma na nka adwuma akwaje nso no ye kopa chew. The president who needed somebody because he believed in that person. He said no akwa we owo de betimi aboa me maye madwuma okobo na mane o say oh me de abintumi nye. Then the president had to go and beg the person's wife president or Serena Yeren said no. Niama mahu okunum no. Mesra wona nkasa before the person accepted. Actually say they believe in value. Onimsa the papa bi onimu onipa no ba obetimi aboa no. But
Ivan kane na saa de we ho but ehemfo mu na wo me de na menya hu politics side no kane no na yenkonkotɔ akonya ufiri go so a na wa ba besene ko o de sen wanchi se me baba bi di hene wo sika kakra nti kane no se akonya ɛtɔ a ne ato no poten ene ye kokɔpɛ no ba nan no so mokɔ na se obetumi adi na obɛbo o man na bi o ho ko tumi dwane me sister ade de eto no obechem pam yeah hwehwɛ no ama yeah na so okay yafa ma obi fo nti saa na nka kane no ɛte akonya timi tu obi no adwane ye timi tu nipa ma mo kokro no a wakosi oso no kosi ohene no so sɛ nana ye de hye ene akɔ osi wo ba wan ka mesrɛ mo omo sɛ ne mesrɛ mo nyine ma yɛn wo ye ohene wo ye krom obetimi aboa ye man ne abɛkye by force ne de ne kɔ ene de adane me nua
so saa nipa no ba ɔno ankasa de nawni bu hope ni confidence na anidaso nipa woni mu a obeye adwuma den but me de aponchine nkokɔ abegye position a me ba na sɛ ɔkyena me bɔkoro no a obeye de abeka ho asɛm untumi nka because position no ma talk and entina me wo ho enti people will be messing up left right center corruption you practice it with finesse, but the president will see and cannot do anything because no one say and go for to appointment and any panel or a woman and a number. And to be very our education, you know, the mechanism education, I never quit me and say, not all can self-confidence and then as a form. Without it, you know, you can't achieve anything in life. Education, you know, apart from say, tap into the quality of human resources, only panimuni na chingina, you know. We need to empower people to be very, like Mumusa been saying, very confident. Because when you're confident that you can never be successful in this particular life. And the educational models and as for US, they've created a very flexible system in such a way, and that Obikura dreadlocks or the classroom or there and teacher Nino Nkasa Yakraboni because we wear dreadlocks. The whole idea is to create freedom in the mind of the child. Say, "But yeah, wait me approach you, just feel free in whatever capacity I want. Wait me the open." But they have just and some near my here. So what's the course? So recently, I watched more tires. I ran TBI dreadlocks, and this thing became a national debate. I'm on 40 TV saying yeah, because was dreadlocks.
Abraham, break ya. Teacher, it's corner no so now trying to go to a minimum. I should not call an actually. No, teacher, hi, bye, papa, no, no, I say a question.
Yes, because that is where the world is going. And I may catch a man for say, and never be a genus is here. Ye nisa and I gana your culture and I way because ya transia my culture no a threat of form. And there is an emerging global culture. Upo umpo, we are all walking into it. We are all walking. Even upo mind back one, or eba culture, or very prominent when it comes to culture, China. But and the influences of Western culture no, have some toll on Chinese people. And some of the Western practices in as a form no, China for are buying into it because say social media, the kind of exposure one. Say CNN say YouTube and there is a single global culture that is emerging. There will be nothing like and when a penny away at the end of the day, no. It will be about the quality of thought our expressing. So going forward, when we are talking about national conversation, me can chance me ya krana me yasukonoma. Asam na me kan say nyansa ni mabotugu. Sa asam na wo kan nyansa ni ma yemontungu. But say na me panyini. We na ye panyini na ye dan. And na problems are we solve kodru hefa. Let us all respect one another. Ni confidence in ourselves. Say collectively, we can achieve a lot. There be a make say. One person be no better solve Ghana problem and collectively we have to find a way working together as one people with a common destiny to turn this particular country around. But baby I mean the kind of politics and Kobi I imagine say omo no there ye basi e be bokro no abeton man and that is what they are doing. And in the face of all this nipa nyahu ye and ye me ya na yete ho and every day be our mind no that chan ye ton. I think say we don't have a future.
Okay, me pese your monitor because and some me no bi o cha mema mo be 1 minute bi am masen aka bi nti doctor ma membra o so na me musa o say uhwa Ghana free SHS 2017 I me say Nana Akufo-Addo introduce here no pa free SHS no anya bia ma me musa say free na obeka ho asem kakra just 2 minutes bi mpacho menche kura ye adwuma no ekoso record na free nso se ne omoka na se free SHS no wadaroma
Yo, Ohene bedase. Say na do danko ekufuado wo she Ghana fo nyina bo. Nyame nim ne kure ni okasa od be no free SHS. Nyame no rekure ni wo bae no ode ose eye woyo ana o ma ye free SHS. But nyame nim ne kure ni ene ye hwehwe mu kire se a school for no school yen kan kire mu se wo mu ntua school fees de. But enuoma ye de ma wo mu so mo ma betua no. Wo hwe mu a wo keka bo mu anaje said the school fees na no mai den wo mu tua no. You see CCA school no there enye free bi. There is nothing like free education ewo even abroach na yewum. Anya yetua teku simple bi nkakran. Na yewum ne say de bia no na meka say sa ni Jack a friend is saying approach to solve our problems no emboye. Oshe a populist approach say, oh, yeman Koranin ko school because they feel say ni padom bebre no atifie na womunya school nkoye e yampana ni padom tifie. Na se ni padom tifie ne de san hihye se beba. Ada ne yamfa hihye ne nyese se wa obetimi atua no because even kra no finance minister Ken Oforiata kra kan say ono obetimi atua school fees. Enti ade enti na chenchene aban ne pese ofato no so say yenko na enye free. No krani ye Ghana fo bi wo wa omo de wo ye omo den kra no a school fees no muntumi ye den entua because of womo a friend say conditions nti ba bro kira ye won kofo bi omo conditions ne say wo muntumi ntua aban ne so ma se eboa ema yetumi ye den esopoto awofo no ema omo hwe den etua wo ma school eye fees but wo hwe Ghana no a eskafo na betumi etua no kra na ye so omo manko free enyafo no nso so a womo nso entumi ntua no so omo so mba no ekobi entiaba ne sa na the pressure aba beto aban no so entiaba ne sa sika ese ekọ impuntu ndwuma mu a yetumi de bia ndwuma no na ye bomoden a ese ye de kwa akọhye school mu na a friend is yetumi enya na ye de tuatua a friend saying a school teachers yetumi de ato textbooks ne yama enonti wo hwe de we a ye system no baby a yakwa akodu no a akwa agaba ne se ene no sika ni wonti ne ye ho kire ye enonti SSFo ye omo ye so mo be school yi hwe so mo ba betene fie for 6 months omo wie school. But on ba betene fie from JSS no betene fie kopim April and san no mai den omako school because enhye ya nwene ho ankwa achi ya dwene ho kwa achi a enka ye ne graduate ekodu mpempenso bi na afa ehunu se ampa yanka se ehunu se CCA de ye nsa so ye chi no ye se okay na CCA de system no wa wontimi ntua school bia fees bia no ko school
so bia mu utadua mu o ma me so bodua mu nso na woni Ivan be ya adwene ne woni na o ka se na chese ade ne koye ade bi se obai meye we amamo e na okeka ne buburuja nti o ka se obaye ne nti no in some way be sebi previous Jimmy kakra nti no instead of say obeba be patch say o mi kan but ye kwatena se dwene ho a ye nye ne se ye bia enye ntimi enko ne se no eno ansa otugu say oh make ase bebre wo eche eche na me de aba no enye papa but je ana eche na me de aba no ye say ya le time no say chabam o sha be ma etikwa but sanje say bebo wo say emwo wo e na ode ma wo ni Ivan be ya adwensa ho.
Oh, menene ya adwene 1,000 million%. Yeah, if a word like that or what? Menene ya adwene bro so the person me kire no.
Ebi o wa kan kwa de wo.
But unim say one of the things now they be American say your leadership are one ho. There is no a friend is saying code of ethics are the checky leadership. Into a common say bia na wo mafa na wo moko. Abroach no come asem no when this wa you will be held accountable to and somewhere if you are no ba. And it is a police ni ba bechiwa o ka asem bi kire o say whatever you say shall be used against you in the court of law.
Yeah.
And ti asem a obeka no ye no de behwe so akogina court ni de bua wo fo. But Ghana ne nsem a wo mampanyin ka no ye mfa nhwe so mbua ne fo because wo ma create a mask. The more you question them no you reveal who they are to the people. So they are empty. And wo musuro enti aba ne sa na they try to say wo be preventive. For instance, Omanpaini said Ghana beyond aid, which means Ampa, Ghana no, we can go beyond aid because we have the natural resources. Siema accountability here, Jumana, we fight corruption. A bit me ashare also. Mahama
2 minutes.
Mahama Miatia said in 2016 he was able to fund Ghana's economy with no external borrowing. Mahama ne kan you. Say and trunk by now MPP for Baba disprove me campaign Mahama. But I bet me I refer no for the purpose of education, which is fact. And into the basics, they say if Mahama to me a bomodini MIN a friend is saying funding your budget with no external borrowing there, which means that we were on the platform. I bet me acquire him. And it is a president can say Ghana no beyond aid Odika. But why and young say if the Ghana the country is beyond aid. I then 1 year your ma, I bet you say yes, indeed we are beyond aid, but what funny bow? I want to number manania was says Jessica, which means someone walk cano, one kasa one tiasia, and then I'm say one tiasientino, one nim the drive towards and some one way the all cano. Into a can send me to say he wants to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. What can't woe? What was the steps, sir? I bet me are driving the people along. Ama yen na yatwe adwene say ene yankon say ABCD niema Accra enye the cleanest city ene Ghana Kwame Nkrumah mawo Kwame Nkrumah de hyemu ye tu kwan ko eye Rwanda say ye ne a friend is saying the sons and what daughters of your friend say Paul Kagame mo how are you dear wuni is that the Ghana that we have come to Ghana and now we were the beacon and hope of the Black Star and then you Mami ka se minchira abrofo ne konwa ho mo ye bibi na ye frɛ bibi TUC na ye British stores enti wokɔ eye nkura kɛse na you find TUCs ewo baby a Kwame Nkrumah ehunu sɛ abrofo no ayusi wokɔ TUC a everything British no you will get it in TUC beto so you were eventually at Ghana there but we're buying made in what British product and I funded the British friends economy no amomonya sika Kwame Nkrumah ba ya bi ono so the GNTC e buy and ono you will get everything Ghanaian into the BB friends say anti-colonialism e buy into everything and colonialism no one the opposite Ghana de breye but and no the GDA share mu say yankoto Ghana de na na papa Ejuma from ranu bi aso e wo GNTC wo na amafo study amafo koto Ghana nioma na afa de
nakro mesra mo ya Ivan munyina munsua menka se munsua kra mo prepare for Kwame Nkrumah mo meka niema wo ye bi nkyere because a lot of us we don't know enti doc 30 seconds for no see na me kwa Ivan ho
UTC rather enti no wo hwe nioma na e ba na to mu say a Magana in a Chinagini course because now Nkrumah wanted to build what? A self-economy base. Young Konko, you're reliant on other friends like countries. And sorry, a UTC rather. A UTC, Kwame Nkrumah, UTC, sorry. Thank you, Babali, thanks. Kwame, Nikoi, Medamasi. Say, Annie, Peno, we are all learning. Nice. And you know, Abanesano, Ghana, no, yeah, these are companies to be called other African countries. And to say, we are Ghana, Nigeria, Yabona Basso, because they had vision, they were dreamers, they wanted to know, they knew where we were going, and they projected us where we wanted to go. And then they are men without character. Whatever they say, is different from what they do. And the shameful aspect, they say, they keep on promising us. In Toma 88 was a friend said district hospitals are. On to me, Shasiampo. The next year, no back on the Biaba count 111 on Ferio. No, or simple because they are men without character. I mean, for educational system, be a better to our China, which is very, very important. China, Omuchre and Korana Adiebi. Now, it's very, very fantastic. I say Ghana, no Yambo Bodiana, Yankon Yankonkusia. One more about a friend is saying, this is what they do. They do critical, creative and critical thinking. Anna too, almost I be a friend. Education system, a friend is submissive learning. And to never show, and until say, China not study na Ivan Ekano. The norms no about say you respect it, you holding on. Our friend is saying your culture no, China, your paramount. And almost actually Adiebi. which is very, very fantastic. And I'm going to chat about achievement and obsession. And what is your achievement? He wants to achieve something for his country or for her country. Into a person who be bisronko, near Bonabodini Cassia, a woman. But yeah, yeah, baby, and a person be a boy, a dinny, our obi mine so. Into your man penny, one of my bontin or dio. But if you know, yes, why your Quasian penny, Sabu. Because when you be if you know, a factor yen, I answer in your home for so. It's a bontin in the outside gentility, no, but home, no, we are crying. It's because in Kofono system now, bano. The free man no bano, woman tiasia. So woman tiasia, and making Ghana Accra the cleanest city, no. By now, Accra should be the cleanest city. They should rally all of us along for us to understand the need. And the reason why we have to be clean, because mosquitoes are killing us. We spend more money on malaria tablets, on chloroquines, because a yefinti. What do you say? Abrafuni ba yekro mo medi trato no nim de omo ye. Na omo tatrete every possible. Wonim de entra. Baby a obroni ba kwakwa tene bia no e wa Africa no otete people so. Because na malaria no they can only breed around where stagnation of water. And I am people no so no ensuo entatai ho. Enti de bia no mo sisi omo dan o people so ko omo pese malaria. Eye friends omo nya malaria entonton beka wo omo. What you say? Kwa Accra na kwhwe 4 PM pepe na into master table. Fin no e wo honti. Ye make Accra the cleanest city. It will take the chunk of money you pump into malaria tablets. I bet me ama ekro ne ho ahehan. We also have a healthy society. I bet me boy, so you can educate them. Ebanisa, you bring NCA. You bring the radio stations, you bring the TV stations along to educate the Ghanaian, to have the understanding. Once we have the understanding, no, there is reason why in a person the cleanest city in Africa. No, any one, two, three, your friends say you're not a healthy society. Who can say some way? Now the 20 pasuma of what education.
Medase, Mr. Ivan, my main fact. We amount esan say yemre no baby aka say do na enche na ebe ma ahwefo ne yatiefo no kwan na omonso abam titi ame na oka say nema bi no pesa oka ni nyina bom SIM card registration ekoso Ghana we almost yen register yen SIM card na me pesa oka ho asem kakra ti obi okra na onte enti den na ekoso fa yen SIM card nsensem ho na den na aba na den na ACT ya sen na ACCO a positive change and I say a won she den nya you see abena oka say won se bebre na me no kra me tena say dwuna wa na say mo register na say ye for ne e wo mitimi a medwin dia ye house address system enya dwuma Ghana house address system enya dwuma Ghana to be use kra omo toton tonton yi ebesen akọ ba bia na ejina say onipa ba ko betumi register be 10 na egu honum na obi ba no ato ama no de in his name ni ade ntime say o ka bibi kakra bi fa ho na uwi a Black Star for in Brady Yankopon. Yeah, now Yafaka craving to us or answer no alcohol wine pouch.
Yeah, I think some registration. I mentioned through. I'm say starting you know, course starting free. This NIA card I can't want me, and I have said it in the past. Say NIA card na you know to a certain extent a very good initiative going forward. Never boy as of mine because. So where Ghana see and on mine be or data system or one of the key things I'll bet me a jinaso a dear who near my air costo or mine no more. And this opera or the economic your financial major policy be by at the end of the day you have direct link with the people you can get a lot of information and when it comes to forensic investigation security wise and then I say for now once you have a single database you know and on that particular side there, I agree with this particular Ghana card na ekoso. But maybe ya ba bedru na sa aban akase because of the NIA card you bet me I no me the major national data ya wanna see you use that particular card no e the SIM registration nka meti hay nka me ne problem. But problem me won say ya de a ye nyusu ya dwen entena se me ne hu sa de wo ya ye esunsun sanso no sen. It's just about pure emotions, irrationality. No, just say just nsem hunu and the pedi enti ombeka tro say yama omre se ko register wo sim na yama about best 6 to 7 months eduru ho na se wuntumi register ya na o sim card no ye free wisam. That is a threat to the ordinary person or no entitled to his sim onya nye boni bia because SIM card now say yam fan kwaya registration ye card enye obia na wobi government no roll out a plan yede sa registration Ghana no about 50% of the population entimi anya Ghana card. So as a rational and sensible government so opesa man fan kwaya SIM registration na sa wo point on a card that you know very well say true no fault of individuals enye omo na omo use that particular card. Now, so within a time frame, and you are threatening them, so you take away their SIM card from them. It means that you are not being rational. And I think on that particular score, that is why I have an issue with them. Because you cannot just give such a limited period. And I do I say synchronize it with almost all major things. I told you about the free SHS. Yaka, gigi, say papa, SIM card registration. Problem ben na yede ba be solve anything no as yentim ma ye ho 2 years and yentim ma ye ho 3 years.
Na just we ka ba umia digitalization no be on.
Exactly. But you see major government policies initiative right say involve everybody in the country you can do it within a short period. Now what threaten a man for and people are taking advantage of the situation. Okay, Ghana card now. Yeah, been 200 Ghana cedis. Yeah, been 500. Just a bribe for them because the threat also say do one won't be register. Yeah, Joe card.
And a Ghana for so yeah, Siminti and ye clear.
Exactly. Because me has say yes, I believe in the system, but mini card no be. Min konko de la sa homa chense me kwa kodi la sa ko me because the government must make sure say time and space available ebetimi accord go be time to go through the process. Na se menya card ni we na se register me sema, then you have every right to take it away. But here is the way I am willing to do the registration, mean I can't have access. So you don't threaten me as a government. You are telling the world say and in the second place, so telecos no government taking this particular initiative. Telecos no sika because men now talk credit here, told data then as a forum. So as telecos, MTN and build them infrastructure from the scratch, some of that now my jija for some card flow because say me and register. Then you are also going to lose because I know that the method data na wunya bi kasaya me no kasaya data you see MTN is gaining. So if you are taking away my SIM card and you nkwa na me be suffer, but the telcos are also going to suffer. So if we sit down as a rational human beings, now you tenancy who say government policies and your government nkwa na deba, you need to engage the people, stakeholders engagement. You sit down with the people, say how are you able to solve this particular problem? Now you come out with a plan, and that particular plan we walk in line. But uncrofo we omujuma no mudi no. Patapa, me se patapa mamu no mubuo. Yakasi yebeye na eno an yebeye. Say yo, yakana eno an yebeye. Ena yedi gigi. Omokwa no makopim. So the consequences in Ghana for some see as our free research the challenges and the problems I also a teacher for strike I was say universities all the challenges going on at the university just a problems can we now I don't know the Ghana for a year better the consequences because our about secondary school are suffering sana SIM card registration or more a burden on people. The registration is good but timelines no media goods who are threatening Ghanaians I think that is really silly. And you don't expect any rational government or take those initiatives, So I think they are not going to go back. I don't know medicine day or no. Papa be or NCA. Or say henna sa won't mean register or card ko you gong na ko fan then I say for you see these are narrow-minded individuals. The papa American say me yes or a lawyer.
Yeah, friend, this is a lawyer. My memory didn't cram out. Aha, I know they are two. Exactly. Poku edu say. When yes. I mean, King Kankwana Ivan and Twaso. Also, we pray they resort to the use of fax, telegram, gong, and talking drum. Henceforth, a privilege to subscribe to Sims on your own on your own becomes an absolute property right for which no checks could be imposed. As seen in it. I mean,
Enti yes emrantie emuade e wo krom ha. This opanyina oil lawyer o menya so say law certificate no of an form na ye sure pass.
Open you na kasa say.
And so as seen in all kind of just say the code dictionary say it means extremely stupid and not extremely foolish. Yes,
yes.
I remember that way.
And you see, nipa no mo complaining no. Don't forget empanimfo mo nyini chen akwa we o kan semhuni e wo ho. Or amanfo na nanom kan sem we bi. So this guy indirectly is insulting all these people because I know to me, and this person is supposed to be a lawyer who is supposed to be a very civilized and a very sensible person. Taxpayer you expect in the face of all these
Ivan Oko USAC or the saying Joe Biden. Yes, if after some months of criticizing him about COVID-19 testing kit, yes, say dear, or my yam or den she gua kwemo, or more criticizing bonnet, what the abeku say, what you fear, put to me or that. Free yan famra begum fie moye nipa dodo sen mo be hia sen odane yan famra wadi kan yatua ho kan na dada oto na ba begu ayi na wakwa akoyi abegu na time by time mutumi test corona
yes, because that is democracy, because the alternative view, the alternative and the dissenting views are for expressing from the other side, the alternative views are for expressing from the other side, and then they shaping public, your friends, public policy. And then they're shaping a buying policy. So you always listen to the people. But when people are complaining, then you have government officials talking foolishly, insulting people. For instance, this guy is supposed to be a lawyer, and he's telling his own use
Obapasia.
Exactly. It is a witia. Sano musubantia. Mami oya omunipabia okroma uhuna omunipabia okro esela usu se hwan ya on na yes assassin registration way. Enya no na momo ba ya akaka say obi 100 Ghana cedis o sika no. And na poka ho ono so say we should stop complaining because enya nipa na ye charge na transaction and ye charge no and na maybe say wakoshi aponchi a oye momoda. You see, these are the kind of people we are dealing with. So omo ho kasa na omo kano, that is the kind of response that you to know dey ma omo, because people who are working for government, you are supposed to exercise the fineness of discretion. You're not supposed to insult people where people disagree with you, Okran, you make effort to explain things to Ghanaians just to dispel maybe some any nipa side, aban ni nipa no wadwuma no say wo kyerɛkyerɛ omumu na wo betina ha kasa man fo nko isu gongon omonko isu we ya e pa kyerɛ wo nipa na wo gyina ha wo yɛ adwuma ma aban no kwa ne say bi unnim nyansa. And these are people who are all over working for government in this particular country. So I think that so when nema e koso nyina mane nye onwanwa, these are nipa yes say omo tipon koso for nko a the dodo na certificate ntino ye free say and they are wearing fine coat ndu huna e be catch us or a lawyer na say for them ene uno be your conversation or catch us or a lawyer. Don't be scared beyond the certificate, if he's able to convince you, say reasonably or you're rational, there you can show him respect. But so just telling you so a lawyer and as because there are several of them do not be say it is about the quality of thought you express and then nipa be cancel. And then on the blasters, I think that my Canada and I called somebody and I catch up and say hopes in as a form my yawana nyame beye na nyame beye da bia e kwa nyame beye nyame mo football yesu on she boot to that and yesu na ye frɛ no okɔ Germany a mo frɛ no okɔ Egypt o mo frɛ no okɔ Mali o mo frɛ no enti hwan no ntie no. It is about the effort I will be committed to time preparations I will be the fact is that we don't have a team in Ghana now. The Blasters and after 2014 we couldn't see who Brazil from that time the Blasters in good year and in ka ye expect say build the team your local league na your ball and your investment wom say by say has in kotoko na your dua nanom eye kura na e economic effect e economy way so be man for nya adwuma ye because kotoko no anya malifo na bebo e na nya Burkina for na ebo e Ghana mrante ne mabunu na ebo saa na okodo ma Ghana for na ebo this ye league ni ya in the first place one mrante adwuma ye but ye ha no ente sa ye sika nyina da kwasha blaster na obi adi akire because e ho na ye kwa ebenya sika afi bia na yakoto sika last 2 years ye ko Egypt apapa ya odi okasa ho ifa ye sika de ko Egypt te waba Egypt Pharaoh national na onam ekohye ye sika e ba kroma efa ne hudi obi amfi no ene yase asese bi e de akotena ye fa ne sen Cameroon ye hye na ba because the fact that we don't have a team and the no na me bi so obi say assuming class ye kwa akwaje cup na ba say wonim say Brazil po man ba kwa waje World Cup wi ase pa Brazil la so wonim sa
yeah
na bi say won say World Cup a sika no kra wo soro na Brazil agidin no Brazil a waje dodo no omo economic situation na say for omo face e na nya adeketwa okọ Brazil and the recent data about bontin so ushia Brazil for nipa 10 bia emu 8 eya hia for and this is a man waje World Cup 10 obia the African Cup na okwaje no and never solve your problems ana so why should we consistently be pushing money into the Black Stars when we know very well say we can build academy system or say football at the local level, we can create economy, we can invest in the house of Kotoko, not a league in Kosro. You transfer player crab bontia, Sebi, you benya bibia free. Blaster and a cash cow everywhere to the extent even the president or call corporate bodies and corporate organizations. No, I catch them say, oh, Blasters echo match. Eltimundo netimomo. Can't you do the same thing for the local league? Look at the local league and Ghana play a team no 1 year, no nam Afghanistan, Obinam Kazakhstan, Ebinum Japan echo. This is a country and you can't say or talent, but enam abrona jumonene sikadi wonipa adwemu we don't care about talent and then I say for them and I sika ye benya dinti Blaster no more nim say team we me say silver bowl kra Blaster team went to me silver bowl kra mun to me oh they know it but still
me say enra akwa we wan be an ekotebo wan be an ekotitua okay hwe so ye bobo no hwe ya aha say lie in the dahoy ye passing the day boy ma the day you fast na senka o waso fa mfimfini ade ma boy no na ono nko ara pese osan ko no kobo wura meanwhile boy ni na wo we obi ani nanim selfish player we na order so any number mu na omo ha Ghana fo akoma for anu see
me kra mpo de hokra they say just an isolated incident. The fact in the team na kasa quality is missing in the team. So over the day you now found no udomu as an individual discuss I think that you are just cutting the team some slack. It's not about the day you, it's not about his brother, it's about the fact that we don't have a team. And until say about me to say we don't have a team. Now yambra na yembe invest in our local league. Now yama a local league niya very competitive, attractive destination for players to stay. Yam fan create economy. Say we at the local level, no football will be going. You know say you take Roma. Has no koto kokosro kra man for we the flu omo ha no omo adwenwen no me okroma say. People become happy. So as government, you know, that should be a crucial area you should be investing. But always about the Black Stars. Our Black Stars, you know, we know very well say and you have corrupt sports journalists or one of them because of common take it and more team or move to quarantine or my bootlickers and sycophant and I just yes so good and I young co Afibiani to Chicago na they are one of the key problems I so I think
for anu see na me musa question we na yanko why for anu see
all right so I think going forward you know Yamra na yan kanchire ya say in the next 5 years you know the Black Stars of Ghana is not appearing in any major tournament na mum sika na ye de tournament no ye de ba be share local league num ye de be build the academies ye de be share school football coach teams na yan scout for players sa na man for ye omokofa be de pele na se for num de bae Mali ni Burkina Faso until recently na nantwie na omoka but Ghana kushia Mali or Afcon on Ghana kushia Burkina on because over the years you know they have committed time or build the academy system. Academy is working. Most of the players are playing the friend saying France and other places. And the Mali and Kasa is a force to reckon with when it comes to African football. Burkina Faso is a major force to reckon with when it comes to African football because they are investing in academies. Is a fine coach on Sikadiem Kwan or Munimia. So I think that is the way forward now.
So do we register SIM card or we register SIM cards?
SIM card no am say you register the pen.
Re-registration.
You register the pen. Yes, almost say registration na yeah the first no. You sign no for because of say you synchronize it to one database the Ghana card no. And intina registration na why no. Just a was saying no for. But say I've new
Ghana with data there. Ghana you with data.
you need data be data ni disjointed. Senate for the omo de beba. ECG, we saying electoral commission for the money, instead of them to sit down and just synchronize and get a single database, they are not ready. Always creating avenues a bit near Riesica and no one enemy because Ghana then you'll be idea. In the or minor bar now, that is what they are doing.
Okay. Answer na meja amu ako no how kakra. Doctor.
Emane kwansa okoja me enya de mame mame ka sim card no.
Doc, and the SIM card registration no.
Very good. You be kaya SIM card no. Mukai say Emra mame Oslowusu MP before winning election. Obeka sembi. Wasi yaba ye be gia mine. Mukai. Obeka say yaba ye be gia mine. Feno two meba so. Number 2. Mukai say Airtigo. Your friends Airtel. Mukai say yaton Airtel. Yaton Airtel. Let me see yaton 25 million Ghana for to Airtel. So mobile kaya Airtel no. CCA Ghana for the ato Airtel. Airtel Ghana no ye Ghana for there. Number 3. Edi antina ye di executive instrument ebe share citizens say yankoya re-registration. Edi entra. Question I ebusa I want to say. How much money was spent on EC registration? Yakai. And how much money you spend this year the Ghana card? And we here pa. And the question is so busa won say, you spend sika ya re-registration on EC and kwanko wie hwe you. You spend sika e the Ghana card and kwanko wie hwe you. Ana CCS ya re-registration and also ebekwa kwa kwesi. How do we synchronize all these things? Snete for a warm data. EC one data. Ghana card one data. Nini na asu yesikao. Ghana asu ni yesu se ye ni sikei. Enti ade enti na sebio yempanyim foi. Wamont na se enwene nyansa kakra se yenko tech. Emrantie yesterday a friend is saying programming. Any embra ne embe app. Ada ni yenko yuma. Yen fan koma Ghana for mrantie so. One more year friend is programming. Computer science and programming. No want to be an app on farmer. I bet me a collected data no. Na yen nyina ye hunu say Ghana no ayen kwada na yetete wo mo no. E ho mfa so sei na yenye free wo mo ho. Ada na no de yen tumi nye. Na onim de etie nie. Amenka no krem. Na me fan tu obi enim na menka ntra o say. Normally na ade bi ameka say the citizens no ya ye ka ho bi. Ye mbusa questions. Sa na ye de aye da nanom. Ye de aye ahemfo. So we don't ask questions. As a citizen no, and you will right to say. The question is, as a citizen, it is not the state. TMA. It is not the state that what determines say. Kona kosa lie. Nakwaya re-registration of your SIM. Yen shanko for getting. Utie. The state is supposed to be what? An embodiment of you and I as a citizen. The state should be what? An embodiment of our laws. TBA. So I am say it is our same re-registration na ye. COVID-19 wo hoi. And she say ben pan ye. And son na ye kase all over. Among from konkosa lie. Omunko jina wiem. Ni yanko chro wo mu yanko ya re-registration. Enunti ni yeka se Ghana fo mu nyina mu ntie ni ye on the 8th. Yesi anya course bia wo Ghana. Ye pese ye ma telcos no fo no te ase se. Wo mu ni citizens na ndi ni ye. Because nyansa anko sa sim re-registration nyansa bia ankom. Because ye collected data was net. Ni ye quality data wa easy. Ni ye quality data ewa Ghana card mu. Ni ye ntimi synchronize na dia. Why should we put the burden on the citizens? So unko salai. Remember, say all these a friend is saying department no. One more year, they are paid though. What do you say? And you have to understand. Some way we need to understand. We need to start asking questions. And until they say on the 8th, no, the air can say, "And more be on your course, I will Ghana. And more be on your day and your call, I will Ghana." Because we show the same re-registration, no. Sebio. Nyansa pa edi nyansa de anyede ankum. Eno na higher. There was no broader consultation between the telcos, the government, and your friend is saying citizens, no. And see your phone was saying bom a friend is saying who de run with TV so radio so no unsa broche be bibia no a. You didn't come education ne kwa. Because it is believed that education ne kwa and tiasia ne de easy. But Ghana no the education ko obi tena wa we as munko salai munko ya re-registration ya shamara date say one kwan korea re-registration enti ne for so nkofo uko busa question it said the papa ya odi kire yi poku edusei no why then omu di atem no mo sopayen no mo yawe because at the end of the day no we are asking them questions that omu say relevant which is exposing their what how empty they are. Which is exposing the way you want to say ampa woman named de, but they are being paid. I shall be a repetition. It will want to say at the end of the day, no registration na ya no. Ya gusu ya no. You see what Omicron. You see what Delmicron. You see what COVID-19. And so you see Ghana in Konko Salai. No Konko there, on Konko sim re-registration. And you see, say in a whole country, no, we are always following. And almost so-called professionals, no. So I'm doing in some no answer no say, oh, come on. National Communication Authority. We need to champion the re-registration sim. And if we are going to champion it, Mama Yamrebe Bosome Baku, Yedebaya TV advert, Yedebaya radio advert, Yedebaya Gongo Bita, Yedebako Concrassing Crassy, Yedebako catch them say free re-registration, name on re-registration, Essa and COVID-19 or Wuntino, Yebesra Yefra Mudi, and answer my telephone numbers, no. And start 0244 no mo dia no number din kan kwakwa register bie mo wi a mo ya a friend say MTN form na mo din kan akọ mo wi a Tigo fo so bekọ enti ye no sa nneoma na ye nkonko bom pen su bebre ema ye nkonko fa COVID-19 and some ba. But the question is that first of all we already have a database compiled with all our biometric data of Ghanaians by the NIA. It's NIA for no already your biometric data no. Why should we not have done it to create a platform that will synchronize the NIA system, no? Such that a simple fingerprint can will bring your friend and say data no for us to see the person. Your fingerprint is so now for information in your information so NIA form a biometric system no and a passport biometric system. Your friend is saying Ghana card biometric system. Easy and some anti identity yentimi and synchronize all of these things a bit me aboye. Ya shama Ghana for ye nyina ya kwa kobo dompem. Ye nyina ya kwa koguo and ye mon kobo dompem. Wunu ya say ye me this year no COVID-19 mere we afa government so crash by force yanko wodroba. By force, into the government, you are creating a problem for Ghanaians to get more, to be infested with more COVID-19. Who we also have a say, what be saying, Papi say, we are being led by educated fools. We are being led by educated fools, educated illiterates, and the DNA. Woman, 10 years more, we are saying,
doctor.
Medi wie no mame fa wie wa on asla dia wa mu ye ni nyina mame ka bebe nkyerɛ. It is targeted on MTN. A target no MTN so Because this is an Airtel, no, a government there. If we collect the people's data, we can frustrate MTN and other the telcos to give the upper hand to Airtel, though. You see, and ahead of 2024, no, they will know the number of Ghanaians that have also registered. And also what implications are. I made it, but me do have to go more as to how it may possible or met me ahead 2024 election. No, Amika baby. These people, when they come, they always target business and collapse businesses. And that is a typical example of what they are trying to do with the telcos. Airtel, Eko, Yensheni na MTN and so anko. Yensheni na Tigo Munswa de anko. Ebane sa because no Bloomberg before they are about to say, and I'm saying debt distress nintino. Many friends, a major friend is saying, investors episode mu free kronimuko and a chrono. And your investor friendly BMO. And your my we should be careful. Thank you.
But that's it. Mr. Ivan. Okay, just 1 minute, Ben Pacho.
1992. The best team so far, Ghana Yenya. I had the course Nega, had the Coco Boy finals. If you want your Benya, a friend is saying, Steve Napiamo. They be a Mikase to say the Ivan Kaino. Without preparation, there is no success. If you want to be successful in life, you prepare. Well, answer now, but who say, Abrochileno, ya build the baby, no, they prepare. And to Omoba, no Baba, the infrastructure, the development, now Bani Baba Bessi. It do not must, hey, Nancy, I'm a fine, yes, this is a 9 way, come no. Or much not a fear, at not them, I know my draw plan, no. I know my until some call site, no, or much send your man. Until within a space of 2 years, no, most are building estates. Yes, in for 4 years, for free, I do Mako, near Bubu Dino, near Saya, a friend say, Yanyama Mubani, and I assess in the full pepe. This is how it is. In Ghana, no, we don't like to prepare, but we always want to go and worry our Father who art in heaven. So, one by a miracle, and from my there be miracle does not happen. When you prepare, an opportunity meets you, your friend, a Kairos moment. So once I prepare and I go to the tournament and I have luck, it is called Kairos moment. And until you be Bianwa, Obite just say, wow, hey, wow, go funny bobo. In 1992, Mamin Kai was MB. Emra Yabako Senegano, Coach Otofista, assemble players in our Obuasi, link, a friend saying, Obuasi Academy, Womu trainee. I quite remember. Sometime no my konedu no a rasta man. Now you people be Obuasi. One moment to Obuasi, some Jonah Estate, what any friend saying one of the other estates no. Now the only say precious field. Now the only say people only what into your mama so konedu mo. Oh my friend say strikers no. Your mom extra 1 hour after a year training no strikers no kwa. And you only kunya players with the Tony Yabu Momo Boshota, which in what we either so be Jamanashe, and I said, Obey the best that I don't want to form. It's because they prepared and then they had the right word, and people justified their inclusion into the national team. And you know, Nipa or that goalkeeper, no, or that go, Swindon, Division 2, and order. MIA, UK Force, Division 2 League. And your Division 1, and then your championship team, Division 2. And it Nakos Wankoda Ghana Blasters. So you see, the criteria of selection, no, and Aquaquaya, whom you know, MPP and NDC selection, and yeah, in Tirandi Abemu, the Omo players, now your friends say Marco Krekumusu, the Omo players, and into players, then Omo to what? They are fresh, Obi, hey, what MPP for no, because MPP Abina was not, hey, what fast now, what Swindon, yes, what that go, when you be bo. And when everybody are since you know of an president, Monfanembra, justify your inclusion being not meritorious. Say will be meriting the funding kobo Debbie. And the cameraman for Mutra camera, Ghana Blaster, woman you now won't play yes, a friend is saying a team nibi. Look at the thing, this is the Ghana Blaster. Those days, no, and Sanabina red, gold, green, Jesse, no, I would now want to hear one national anthem and Rantia Womujina way. Miss Racing Kwadai. Toto Fifi way, McDonald's babies way, KFC babies way. National anthem no kromu ni muto. And after so we have to understand, say ye per se ye any a year. Ye ensure the Nigeria for ye, and that's all Nigeria for. What we dissolve one national team. We need to say your boss tournament where we are. We need to dissolve the national team. Medibe no. Ohene mami musa question be. Do you know how much England for kobo match ye two players national team?
Baby.
Match no mu win ya. Winning bonus £2,000.
Hey.
And so Ghana ni kobo national team. Ni winning bonus ye $10,000. Ye times 5 of the English player no on the chrome no. O hiam ponse de ni no. Ye kotiano. Wo lusua. Wo draw ya man 5,000. Wo lusua ya man 3,000 as 2,000. Wo lusu no. Ni sika te say UK ni ya ono ebo England national team. England wo lusua ya ma usika hwe. Wo bo your friend is saying, wo kona wo draw ya ma £500 as £1,000. You see how the psyche works. So people die for their national team. And also, you said to your you say you tax it. You 20 a friend say you cause a Brazil, you talk coconut in show. You the millions taxpayers' money. Mommy, you find it serious. Emranti, woman fashion umbrella. You see, can idea more from my yes, our freedom fighters sniffing the country for. You go show one more airport war. And no dear, you see, Kabia, woman, decoy, you be on your better idea. Woman, fire idea, my coffee, you know, movie in the airport war.
Okay, that's it. Mr. Ivan, for another this about chat 1 minute, we bra na yenya na corner fe yamfa afrefo ya almost why.
Otemenka.
Yatonka ye yanko.
The American say and some ya kan nyina no anya sabia obi ni dwumadi ana sabia nipa na mo kasa na ya free sabia obi nim nyansa kyen obi no the ya ne sesa wo heba bi o man nam na ya nyina ya tenase na say ye bisa ho say ye nipa desani na ye nim bia ye kwa you admit based on personal convictions say baby o man nam na o man nam no enan kwam papa so ye nyina ye say na say for do ye armsa bia me kasa ye say future leaders present no kana ye ton in the future no hefa. This is the reason why we must all be empowered. Yes, no amanfo ekonje democracy si omo konje o man ni si ho ene ye nkotwe tuo ye nkotwe agyan nkotwe sekan de betimi aye ne se ye betimi aka no akire nipa na se be ye o man no da achi besi ye na se bi okra na wo benefit en na o kina oba bi a wo be wo no a benefit because ba bi o man no nam no wo he o man na ye ni da achi kakra na ye wo no nipa ko bi efom ade no so fom a ye nka hwe wo fa wafa wa ho den na wo friends say wo ho tow ye fa sa nchichiro man America Germany ne na se form amanfo tu kwan ko ha na otim se nema ye u oman no bi ho ha wonye wura ma the mere fact we wura oman no mu na we economic life esesa enye magic enye hwe like US for instance we are Ghana ni na 90 US asase so na we wadwen so be ye adwuma nko de a wabrabo ebesesa obetimi ba krom ha be ye nema identity na etisa because amanfo had the American dream and they made sure that particular American dream will work to the satisfaction of not even just Americans but to others. So the American dream is being extended to people outside America. So American lottery as a form of among for to be the US is part of the American dream extended to the world. You feed into that particular dream, our economic life that dream we can have it here. We can have the African dream, we can have the Ghanaian dream, but that dream will not come easy. Yentimen sit down, fold our arms and place a chaos, and then that particular thing will happen. No matter how this whole thing sound, threatening as if for intimidation, and I'm for one just move abounding as if for I think as youth of this particular country, we must be empowered, stand on our feet and speak truth to power, because that is the only way of me shaping this particular country. But maybe democracy, they are not in the casa. The reason why in one accord, whatever interest we have, that be American, when the political party are for, and as it would the party crown your lenience and as a form. But the ultimate good is say, dear Ben, about Brian as a human being, because politics say about toy, but our minor is our ultimate priority. What can we do as people to ensure that government, Ghana, so you're calling home, no? it's a place that we can be proud of. There are people outside of Ghana, they can't even mention some of Ghana because I heard news now, heard near my course or F time. We have both seen a boy and Bloomberg report about Bonting. Yakano Akosura Kwa say Ghana port Abontin class or Bobosia will be also on farmer because Mokana Modrimun to Bintia, Nina Yanguasia, Egu mine and about criminal business of Busana Yabon, dear Nadia, Dr. Baumia Botaya Kujina catches a sea toilet amamo, and Nadia Busana Yajan toilet, and now Omudi Esiamayan. There is absolutely nothing to commiserate the amount of money I free SHS. Quite recently in June, I Fred, education minister, finance minister, man called parliament could be saying, say, free SHS an investment in the last 5 years, and they say, was 7.5 billion Ghana cedis and investment. Now we are talking about the government that we're seeing over 230 billion. Now what is 7.5 and I have free SHS ni bisa say Busiana wabon free SHS now they are and this was from next year. So a child said nipa bia abom team person mu di and we cannot just sit aloof and watch them to destroy this particular country. It doesn't matter who you are, who school, one school, or a carpenter, or a tomboy, or a farmer, Ghana. No, we all have equal stake in this particular country. We must be empowered to speak our mind. There will be more about because we are here, neighbor. There will be more about because one school or mining will be there. However, however irresponsible be we need you should be proud as a Ghanaian and a name a course or Ghana. Just who say your papa company. Munina, and Munina must share your pet or been to me Casentia. We must add our voice to the conversation and make sure that Ghana will work again.
Medase, Chilawachi acquire about social media and so I didn't be who Facebook, YouTube, Instagram,
all the platforms in Ivan Che innocent. So occasionally I think said there may say I just do a lot of writings, me put to some short way, where people can follow, and then I think say we can take the discussion up there and going forward. We have a long way to go, and I think let's go together. Yeah,
okay.
And last one, whether you agree with me, and you were Juman I didn't know opportunity to express your opinion. To meet at any point in time. What I hear. I didn't any IPAC meeting. I can say about to strike consensus. No. Say by your mind be so whether I want to me that should not be your business, and that should not be my business. And say out of that discourse, how do we find common good? I bet me interest. That is the most important thing.
Medase, bedo ase papa say unyambre na beka ye ho. Ye chia Ghana fo nyina na wahwe wo ho so ye why. Oda bo ho ban na tuntum na no den why.
Dr. Ren, and so nyina me chi obi a.
Yo, Medase.
Yeah, Joto. Medase. Okay, have a nice time. Bye bye, Ivan. Me ba chaw Ivan na ye tene kan, in fact wa ba be sum ye pa da na se. Ene ono so ne ode ba ye. Ma me sha se yemfa afrefo no ba chaw yemfa keke ni kan. Keke mo akwa ba bibi aboko. Hello, Keke. Keke me mo akwa ba bibi aboko. Okay.
So, what you mean?
Me chon kapa yankwai.
Nyame kan say injiran kamu nyina. E da wase say
da so.
Na mo
sa pepe 10 seconds why? Man ka san che wala.
Nyame kan say Ghana no muni leaders. A group of armed robbers no ma come. Number 2, Black Star. Black Star or 2010. One more 2013. I was South Africa. And I'm sabi one more Brazil. Nyamian Ukraine. And yen near Ghana for no more pen or more you. Some pen for no dear mono. Mimian of Dimisika Koy 2010, 2012, 13, and Brazil. Nimian of Dimisika Kobiam, Mianam Koy. Nanyameka Tim, when for Hakum near Chile. And you see, and penny for no dear mono, as NDC never swat, NDC for a crumb for nano, and the dear and people never swat, NDC for a crumb for nano, and the dear moon. Yamisha on come on, the man was it.
And I say, why are there, papa? My young corner said, me home a year. Okay. Hello, Stefan.
Hello.
Stefan no te yanka.
What's the matter?
Ah, me te
Yeah,
yanka
me
pa
chonka.
yanko.
Okay, wait
Yanko.
there. Dr. Rain, I'm Ibisa Nasemu.
Okay, yanko.
Dr. Rain, wait there, me Ibisa say, it is say, MTN for no data, especially a fingerprint now. Now, some years to come, no more, like, company, ne collapse, and I said, yeah, fingerprints, no, the be fine. Now, how safe, and I say fingerprint, and one
I
of
think
Ibisa.
Ah, doc, yanko.
I think sir, it's a very good question, pa, because me cry no ana wo mu am bisa me say your data protection laws no your friend is saying ye ja e dia ma owo no enfree krom ma onfree krom nim na wa ba be collect your data no e kire bi na so ofa na nyama say o business am ye wo Ghana kra no embo am ya na o ko how secured or how safe will our data be? And we have very good questions sir nyame nim ne kra ni honestly yen bo modern yen tiase ne yehunu no se ye kuro Ghana no ya ye amankofo bebre a ohofo bebre ne ba wo mo fa yefo a typical example e wo galamsey mu ye Aisha 1 any Helena 1 the same thing wo mo be fa yefo ekunkum ye essence ye nsase ye wi ekire no na ye nya minister ye fe no safoma afo say ye nja o mo nko ene ya te se China ni bi so akobo obi tuo saa. So this data protection no me gidi say send ye tie bia no ye mpem for be hwe say MTN emre do no so mo kwa they will not go with I friend say your data no but send your TBN I either say they will squash it or a crime business they will transfer it into a friend saying you're paying for the NI or now say the NCA and not the particular bodies now one more share a friend say your data no so major this and she say bit but say and she say any what's answer there then it means that we are in for a big problem. But I'm sure say your data a friend is a protection laws no and man who can say when we free chronim your friend is your data because about the etia or mine and about the the country can also sue them. Say your friend is saying, use your friend is saying your data or more they propagate one mangasa, one more any swadi and answer one yuma. You betting the international court of law. You bet me a fine one I'm a man command in your company bed. You bet me a data a protection laws no Ghana no a boy who buy I'm sure say
Okay.
I'm on fire data enko.
Cristiano Owusu mbacha yanko Cristiano Owusu. Bio Mike na Cristiano Owusu.
Okay.
Hello.
But what I can.
Ah, me te yanka yanko.
Okay, this is the thing. Ghana, and you might say a lion has a tail. He has a big head and a very small waist. Ghana, and also Uber USA. This is the way we wash our hands. This is the way we wash our hands early in the morning. Me say, and you way this day, and I said this modern world, and you way, the only one for coronavirus. A lion, send you way. Which one is the most important this day and age? It's your education system, no? It's corrupt, it's messed up, and it's fraud. Education at Ghana for Edema, who Ghana for no, it's so messed up. But a minister said, this is the way we wash our hands.
Aye. Yo.
This is the way we wash our hands early in the morning. So let's be deep thinkers and let's reason. And no. Thank you.
Thank you. Medase. Zachary Martin mbacha yanko. Zachary Martin.
Echecha mu nyina fa yakọ
Zachary
baba
Martin
obi.
otimenka.
Meto nka pa nana.
Yanko 10 seconds wadaruma.
Okay, person me Dr. Rain na kasa kakra. Doctor, na me say we dey Mr. me busa o ma no system na so. Na onye sure say abi before ye beja abrofo. Just say omo hu ye so hwe e na atia fa omo so. Onye sure sa. Ana my mistake because animde ni nyina kita omo, right? And I will be for example, wabe sua free ne ho. So that now can be say, o man chira enim de no just say ekosua some other things be near there because remember say omo ye master. Master nso ne boy nso de o meye pe. So what I say. Ndi ye nso ye hu ye hu nyansa na ya te ye ho no. E dey na say ye we have to help each other to do it better than them. What I say. But ye no ye wia e de akoma omo. Ye kum ye ho. Ye to ye hu oduro. Omo no omo ni baye na omo wo no omo de yade pa. Enso ye baye na de bekum ye nua. So what me according to me no, I think say we came to what is it? Ye beja omo. God created us to worship them. For us to be used.
We
But
came to beja
there's
home. Yeah.
What I say? Bibia ye be bia I don't know and said that and click it proper because wako school and
And I say,
what I say.
me da say.
All right.
Me da say pa why? Zakari.
Okay.
Dear woman in ye. Wusha and your ma Cossusia will be asked no. A bear will say, Nipa bibini beja bruni quine. My yamianum Ukraine and Tessa. Wusha a viasinoa changes baby abba. Wusha a friend is saying the civilization, civilization started from Africa. And I just say any being in Kansha say, we share the Egyptian pyramids, we share the history of the Egyptians, no, they just say, we share your friend and say your storyline, civilization is started. The same way, and in a moana, eja aquacodudu, akone na moana, eja ecopimo Italy, into the Romans were what? A year huge. They were strong, they were warriors, they control. One and nam Greece, sa ne jam conquer Greece, sa ne be PMwa, and they be do a year English, and a year the British, a year English, for no name one, Mudico America, colonize the country, America, the States. Enti Mesle, baby, I be doing it. Ushen is what because any be jabro, but there being Tessa. I say, yet to me, Kenya, your own crying, and to me, your exploits, and add to the gains.
Doc, me da say. My man for Ike yanko.
Moto menka
Ya ton ka dem yanko.
mboni adwuma na mesre mede asem wei ebesoma Dr. Ren so on kan champion no me a mesre omo de omo de beto textbooks any curriculum omo be ha omo asesa no omo jai na mom omo mfa efane say files ne saw ne hammer ne nyoma at least ye welding ne mechanism tools no omo mo enkra megu schools na those days abra na me call class 1 po class 3 no na ye kokoto files ye de filing dua ni source ye de twitwa e wo school omo use enti ye wia ba fi well education no I was say edru baby a ensano dwuma ni yina betu ewuro school enti at the age of be 16 17 going on na unim bibi kakra ye for the scratch and number 2 member telecos no so tesi an MTN no mpese omugunu sene Dr. Ren aka no no krapa me yebi enti minim sene aduma nete yetumi first no nanka at least edu 13 14 for nanka usaka usika but eduma no omo pese omugu na to extent say because of Tigo na omo akabom na omo de ama government nti omo pese omo gu MTN sene be MTN be ko na be ka Tigo no ama government no enti sa plan na omo fa enti mini Dr. Ren
Mo to kra mo service papa be na mo renda. Mo Ghana fo mo mutimi hwe ade so. Mutumi de ade so mo man. Mo wa no.
Yes, ade no enye mpanifo no but omo fra omo ho say be president ni politicians no wohu adwen omo de say ni de omo wo adwen omo de say no omo wo
Me da say Ike ye be kasa bi mpa men kominia or the saying you ho. Mr. Ken Jaffa yankoi.
Yeah, me nua na ti say
Bibi abako na so.
oh nyame adom boko center for yeah Dr. Ren me chia pa me bo abaso me nua onyame onhyira se adwem pa we dey we tan Ghana because every US bronze me nua de me pese me kan say onum say Ghana man na kasa no President Nana Akufo-Addo Dr. Bawumia omo mudi na chi na omo adwene no nya adwuma omo adwene no o se nipa na adwene ye adwuma ye tukwan ihu sɛ ye bae no ɛdan bi wo krom ase ya ye ba na ho nyinaa no ɛho yɛ empty omo sisi dan na mamafo pe baabi ada kohwe ma onsi so omo sisi esi wo sabri omo so ma no ma si awie o ti ase ye mpanifo no mu di ye so na kasa no president na Akufo-Addo 89 ye would man to kwan sen kam news on ya na ye boy ma me no ye mpanifo bi so omo ya abayi fo omo yesi no enipa nyine a adwene no sɛ de wo sɛ adwene ni hɔ wo hwɛ president na Akufo-Addo na adwene wo dane tim sa abiri na adwene na nya adwuma wo ti da mi to na se ba omia so no di akira president na Akufo-Addo nkɔfo mo twa no wosia na ma ne kwan mo mfa na adwene no enya adwuma nti omo mu gu Ghana hɔ na kasa particular no wo president na adwene nya adwuma esi de no man de be so what is the mission say because ensem na ye kan message ni ye dey ma no omo yo ma adwe so omo ntise dogo bi no abe ene wi ase so bi kan sem patro na wuntia patro adwe na ye adwuma mo am line no busa mo obu asem na ye Dr. Ren ensem a mo di tudwa eno ma amanfo ka even Dr. David Ohene David ensem a wo kan ya de nyina na amanfo bi say oh wo de abufo ne kan sem enso anya bia nyansa wo mu ada no mo mfa nyansa na ewu mu no mo matumi abeka sempa kyerɛ ɛsan sa adwene no president na Akufo-Addo no wanyine na adwene na nya adwuma asa no kɔ na ɛbaako enipa utumi so wo hwɛ no ma bi a enipa wo tu kwan a ɔno ɔbɛyɛ ɔmampanyin na ɔbɛyɛ president no but ɔde no usua fi London de no usua oti ase what na onu ma wo ye na meba mermanusi eno ma na wo ye fra bruchi wo so wo momu wo tena control ma wo de beba o man ma na di so ma no sise bia ba no president na Akufo-Addo adwene na kasa particular no a collect enye adwuma enti wo se ehia obi o obewohoro na adwuma na adwene etimi abafie meda ase
thank you sir thank you pa meda ase pa me pa cho yanko ata ho ata bomode ana yanko intentem so bio mic no me pa cho
yeah, me damasi na Dr. Ren any all freedom fighters all the time, you know. Me bomb about pa na we support you from behind or from the backstage.
okay
Na masemba kwa mekani say opening bie ni ho a obedi on my Ghana nim a onto find that to kwan ebehu development ekoso even your first president oje found him Osajifo he took inspiration from Marcus Garvey what you say ena otumi de ba ye hwe say ni femu nti no me advice am de ma mo ni say mo freedom fighters no bebre na to kwan mo wa manone na se Nyankopon ya adom na third force ne ba mesrɛ mo mamu nkofa ebibifo adwen na da yetrim se onya power pe na adwen asesa na mengu nya ya support mu yenimu ase enye se ye dede kwa na mmom no mumma ye make sure say anase mum mpenifo amudi enimu no mum make sure say se Nyankopon ya adom na se bia nye se bia obi eteki we but bia obi nya position kakra bi no so beko na adwuma beko akosesa na that means say bibisa sia che say ye bibini no hu de wi Nyankopon ball no what I say yeah talk about all the presidents even ministers and deputies. Almost everybody has traveled and they know the development going on. So who here drilling crana? Ubit media who connections? They have connections.
Medase pa oh menu we free man ma memfa Ahasan pa cho yanko wa Ahasan bonita ni yanko we de mesro pa obia emse ba sa ntem na watwa ni tiama ye why Ahasan yanko ubi azo no to aso.
Okay, but I find a lesson because of free UAE, Dubai,
Okay.
The American say, "See, Ghana the economy. You when I say to me, so yes, the economy the Enya cry. I bet you waste the cry and you useful. No, I'm sorry,
Yeah, sorry. Yo, many Ahasan. Medase. Unsha papa also ya de so no mba cho yankoi.
Oh, okay, with you, Bibia. It's just
Obi
Mr.
ado.
Mr. Sisiano, once Ghana no, mpanyinfoɔ mu use strategies. Wohwɛ a senior Ghana card no, ɔmo gye scan nti bebree naa link ɔyɛ. Ɛna ɔmo kyerɛ de sɛ one no for renew the system no ɛde ɛyɛ strategy a yɛde pressure to sɛ bi a force na ɛsɛ ɔkɔ renew ɔkɔ yɛ Ghana card no sɛ ɛbɛtumi ɛnyɛ sika ɛgye saa benya kwan gye Ghana for saa 250 Ghana cedis na ɔmo gye no. Nti ɔmo de system no de ayɛ kɛ nti sisi ano Ghana mpanyinfoɔ no ɔmo wɔ kwan bia like ɔmo onimdeɛ bi a ɔmo tumi asesa ɔmo ayɛ na emu no aburo na ɔmo bɔ yɛ nti sisi ano the next year sɛ yɛn youth na ɛyɛ ne sɛ woyɛ minister na yɛ ma ɔkwan sɛ bi a kɔyɛ si a duabɔ na mfa nta yɛ akyi wanyɛ a yɛbɔ obia simple duabɔ no na yɛ fight yɛde insult ne duabɔ ne insult na ɛbɛyɛ adwuma nti onye di Ghana nko antoare benya simple
Eno anu waya de medase bebre meko me last call ho na afi yakọ doctor ho na yabo na ho zin pa cho yankoi
medase Ohene. Mention so Ghana education. Doctor, salute. Ghana education here. As if you're in form kakra. Mama's a mobile example.
Okay.
Mas a mobile example. What school Jesus?
Yeah.
Let me new life skills, vocational skills. That must be any. As about my Morino. Measure or passa. Right? When you are drop it, that must fee in school in pet. Now I dreaming in our side. Because where you must skills if education into abazin epidemic, abazin epidemic. Yellow co school assassin. No one yan on cocoa, one yan on punchin, one yan dokoroko. Yako Greek, yako farm. That mazin ya would chum. Almost started a Ghana year drop of back. Interface echo and year a step school pet. No, what shall have to. Able to be a throw him or find a tank cardboard or find a drying board. What shall skills for beginning? That mazin ya will criminal in a system. Into opening them of former wall production. Mwabua Ghana. Na aza ebibifu order in che ya azo we a Greek. Ye very good work get the yan son yan say the juma wa agriculture won keke in Africa between develop for once. Adam Beda Ken was so called one way walk school, so called one wa degree. No, what does that what about the step Ghana in agrin? A fit in your wombu, a carpenter ya wombu, a mason ya wombu, a plumber wombu, wa Ghana. Today, Kuskuna Potai and Sana will be Ghana. And the Yambin as a husband near that Babrochi, and the area I will program, Nam Prampadamaka Sembi. By us in the next time, my mother from what to do, na mean share me as been French show. When you're Babylon, say a petra and packet now on the
Mate.
Nti yɛmɔ bɔdene yɛmfa agriculture yɛfa nhyɛ yɛn humusum na ɔbɛboa yɛn ma yɛyɛ book no yɛread book ankote no yɛread no practicals sɛ doctor wasase na ɔda hɔle crown bɔmmɔdzen ɔda hɔle crown mesrɛ wo a bɔmmɔdzen gyem no ma na yɛhwɛ how yɛbɛtumi yɛayɛ biribi wɔ ma no Ghana mesrɛ wo
You call me page now. My number. Just take it. What's up?
More contact. My dad.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Nana Jose. Doctor. Papa Bia send a message. You have say na. Or say da bena obefa ne call. Papa Bia has say. What's it da bena obefa ne call? Wafre. Inti message say or Holland. Inti Holland number Bia. 54551 echa to obiano mbacho ya na wahwe no why 54551 echa to Holland number plus 31 Tia no ahwe no afre no why.
Yo.
Yeah, me pa chopa. And memfa obi abiem doctor for no dise me twa trouble na yenko.
Yo, ebusian for we there, bedin kada fire from above, echita for nyina ase, better freedom fighters amobile mobile share program no. Ebadi da obi ase. De bia ya ka say, ametai say I own no a friend is saying 100% or 1,000,000%. Your friend is a monopoly of wisdom. And someone me kind na mema adwen kire na me kire ye. Eno nkire say wo so a wo hwe me nso woni adwen kire wo ho. Debia meka say ye kwekwa nanse story no ana ye de atete genya ntino we are being trained to grow up to become deceitful men and women. Yem bisa questions because ye bisa questions it exposes us. And because we don't want to be exposed, debia no abreni no so Ohene ba no obeye a program no we bisa questions about ahemfo na ahemfofo bu efu because or expose wo mo. I mean, can't you say, we are breaking the generational curse of trauma. Generational curse of trauma, no, any. Maybe now kasa, they are babecho, near Quaco, boat, tio, near Kun, na yaka, or a friend is one to win to mean kasa. And to mess that generational curse of trauma na ye breaking, and until what to say, ye knew actually Jonas or American or car glass and Quano or team no fire. Ye knew Henry David, a friend is in Germany, no fire, mama bar, sugar drops, freedom fighters, ye knew animal fire, more Ghana, and an shade demo, near you fire, Avram Ben Moshe, Munina, and pen for near fire, or just say, ye want to say, and many do say we need to break the generational curse of trauma because ye am breaking and they are. Yen chiriman woman to me, nya your friend is saying, a certain pebi, a woman so better woman. One shin ya no more quack or dane and qua. To say the maybe a trimuno, Jan and Anamo Dane and Quano, and then woman subo modia, Kwame Kumamanam, so Moji or Mua, woman free mono, intimacy. A Scooby Amecoy, they be almost seminar some diam de pa. Was it others have labored? We share their glory. Ours is to do exploit and add to their gains. Entity meal. Ebi mu de omo to wo ma me ne wumienu se ye ba bedu sam pempenso we. Empempenso na ye du no. Enya mpempenso a ye pe freedom efri obroni mu. Na emom ye pe freedom efri yankasa ye nuanom a omo no adi anim a wo de adwene bone ekekere wo man no ntide bia ye ho kere yen. Na enso wo de omo yare a na ken oforiata afa aeroplane na pa presidential jet ne na tum 14,000 pound 1 hour ne kwa America. Na wakwa ye surgery e woni liver ho na nanim abaye kese de ti abaye kese na busanwo a wo so a wote bunkpurugu yoyo ana chia na paga ana asa nandoli kalio a agbansuma na gbaben wo free wo na no yare ye se speaker e ko Dubai e ko sa wo yare hospital ni
Doc abambagben ye se asojafo e bon ho ban nan yo sese no akufo ado atwe omo nyina sensen se omo san free na chimo bi ankobon ho ban bi what is asem no.
And then I story by breaking news. Somebody didn't cry as to say Ghana no they be America say these people are from MPP we no. If you disagree with them, when be a woman be fast they will come after you, no, they will come after you. And
okay, China nana nka ba ko pe bi na yenko em say wa ballet ba nti nana.
Yeah, wahin.
Another why late ba nti ye do be church na nti we dey ka sema ba ko pe bi na yenko.
Oh, yo, me akwana me bobo mo abaso na makasem ketewa bi se. Emabunu a ewo Ghana no. Onum emfa ya sonto fom. Na omumie so. Ne yemfa ye ni wanhwe mo. Se de mo ye no. Se bi enyemo apesemadi. Ena enyemo apesemaka. Nemu eye eniemu atu ekwan yakohu. Ne odo a wo mumu na mo pese mu yi bi adi. Mamu nuanom a ewo fie no hu. Enti omunyai se omo ba na ebi sabia omo ba twro nkwase asem ne ade. Eni nsemu no enifo na ewo fie no. Ebia ne yenya ye wakwantuo mu han. Enye mo kwalai me na me de me ho ye exam. Sampa na ewo fie ne bia ne yen. Na kwan omo echinchim oman no city ade fa no. Oman no ekotwa menem. Enye amamuo papa bi a party politicians wonum de boa oman no.
enti mpanimfoɔ se ɔnantefoɔ wɔsene wɔse asɛm enti moa mo nkwala yi a mo atu kwan ɛne yɛ mpanimfoɔ a yɛwɔ kwantuo mu yɛde yɛni hu deɛ ɛkɔ soɔ ɛne mmoa a yɛnya firi apaadi a yɛbɛdi ne ha mu a yɛhu sɛ yɛman no nipa edi anim no ɛnyɛ mmoa bi a yɛde bɔ ɔman no yɛsɛe nkwalaa ne daakye sɛ wokɔ kurom no wankɔto mpanimfoɔ a wɔdwo ho a kuro no ni mpaninsɛm na wankɔto mmofra nso a kuro no ni daakye nti yɛdaakye ni mu mmabun no mo ne mo nkyirima nti no nea mo nuanom ahwɛ aseɛ draw mo attention atwe mo adwene abesi so no ɛnya de bɔne nti mmabun a wɔfie na mbetu wɔnfoɔ wɔn fie ni nto fam hu sɛ ɔbrɛ a mo brɛ ne sɛ nea mo sacrifice mo ho a mo yɛ no ɛyɛ adepa bi ma wɔn a wɔfie no sanse nyie nyina na benya kwan sɛbi anya visa anaasɛ anya akwanya bi de atu kwan obi enya ne saa
nana we nana ko doc and sima 30 seconds before no see na yankwa why your time na so
yo enti say agban sima na ba bende na bisa me no wo mo kire se asojafo ebo ne ho ban no o ma twe asojafo no efiri ne ho ebi a wo mo twe asojafo no efiri ne ho no mo de police abehya nan ye democracy no e friend is saying democracy na aba ye ni military rule biem enti na bambo anya na de bia ye encourage se a police for embo ye mpanyimfo no ho ban
dansa asojafo se omokonje oman na ombo oman no ho ban no omo na time bia no mo na bi kutakuta lawyer for bag.
Very good. And do you ready say the James I'm for crackers adana ye a friend say a soldier for ne free babin ho na James had a soldier for ne ebo ne ho ban.
Nana me ho asa woko ntifo ano se
yo nti ni America kire mabu na wofie no sɛ wɔn mfa ya so ni ani ntu hɔ hwɛ sɛ de mo yɛ no ɛnyɛ bɔne kwan so
mo
na emom wɔn nyinaa ɛne mabu ni nyinaa wɔn mo ɛbɛba ne yɛnya mewi ase nyinaa yi edi nti sɛ mpanimfoɔ no deɛ yɛbɔ man menya babu nso me ko amemabu de America kire mo no etimi betu emabu na wofie ne fo wɔn nte deɛ mo yɛ na se a yemie ya so ne afie ni ntu
medase nana ahensem bi ekoso ho esan se unim de efa sa side ni nti no nyame ya adom a ochina mefrɛ na me no wadidi nkomo kakra bi na mabusa ade bi afiri ho why nyame ya adom ochina mefrɛ wo ochina kwasi yo bye enti doc yeah for an see
enti na me de manu si no on say we are in a civilian rule enti say was civilian rule there we should use the police to protect us not the military oba brochira ansa na ba military no na bia critical ansa na military for eba appointment enti bisusu say yes asoja for na e won ne ho no ye twe wo afiri ne ho de a mesusu say wo be replace wo with dampare a police for say ente sa de a ende mu rem ho ne ye be ye nhwehwe mu but me de me gidi say me nko fast story ne say ana ya twe e friend say asoja for a ebo e friend say agban suma na babe ne ho ban ya twe wo afiri ne nchen na de bia na ye ba program yan so we need to educate Ghanaians education ni hia ene ntiase no ne hia enti ya ne free soldier for free no no ye dia police for ba be sha nan ya mfa nso anan de a ene ye bebusa question de enti aye sa na ne no pese ya say ye ma no to the peril of his own life say obi onama bontia obetumi abeku na de bia meka say ye mpanyinfo yi mo nya ebone a musuro wu mo nya ebone a musuro wu Ghana for no omoteto no mu wu friend say to akra kwan so no mu hunka me hunu say mrante na
abamba gbende wo ye bono ho ban say
ye bono ho ban say
Angela Merkel nom ne Boris nom ne kodi dawo yi obi ani o machi no akwa kodi ni dwa no obese kofie o te bicycle so okọ jogging
Master
dog me don't want to why
ni pan say wo na wo taxpayers money na editua ne ka enti yesi atwe aso afo afiri ne nchen a eye yɛmfa police for nya because na yɛwɔ a civilian rule yɛni military rule bi abusia ha na de besi damas
Doc, you know, that's why or the saying Dr. Ren, our YouTube ne Facebook nyina meboa.
YouTube ya Dr. Ren TV and Facebook ya
Okay.
Dr. Ren. Yeah.
Dr. Ren, okay. Yeah, that's be be say we jemra now by nyame adoma mpa cho ye be kasa o china why.
Ochina 2 PM. Yeah, program wo multi choice TV. Obi bia mo
Okay.
e be di ho nkomo obi bia mo di ambra na
Okay.
That's it.
Multi choice TV.
Yeah.
Okay, me that's I'm say be share papa. Okay. Abusia madam nyina mase mesere se momo modern na abiri bi ebebe bia no mayere hono ma che you know de amaye kama we na so ya sene awrade na aye boho se men kan kire se wo pese utu boho nko ade a on na the best efiri hono ma wonsuo no watu dada na se nye da obema na aye kama de me na o ka se awrade na aye omo beboa yen ama yakwa kutu nsuo de ama bro sankrofo in fact omo ye adwuma papa opompe atwe nsuo no nye ntumi mmeya omo abema opompe papa na say ombeba be service amount simple there the whole Africa nyina omafa afen so say ko ba se nsuo no ntumi mmeya ba hwe te say otumfo ne nana hwan adonom omo jonso de a ombeba bi piepie nsuo na niwa na mana ba say bo modern ana one omo nkasa na omo ntumi mra na omo mabeboa on the 29th of January ibusumi ewom ya ne da toso de no nkron mepa o chew Emmanuel Abankwa kese ye friend Oluman ba one Priscilla Boadu wo mo ware e wo nkokọ mesrew mo momode na mo contact menua no mame na mo nkonkoja no wo mra wo ware no Oluman ba o ya ade pa o ya freedom fighter mo nka mo na mo nkonkoja no pa na ye koso abo abaso ye be bo na domahene na ose ade yo agyeman bedu o ye domahene domaman hene na wonkwaso ye so ani asole wonte sa ahemfo maka na omugugu Ghana na aka no wo ne na praje nsem de yetemo so ani asore ai wonya wo aka sesem so unim nyansa wo na ye lawyer so abre wo ho ase na nne wo di sika bo wo mama wo do mo bosia nanso nkwasiafo na omutu omo no jimi nti omo da so tifin mu na ye bo abaso wo ye nyansani ai wo ni dididi nkwala basabasa woni di nkwala basabasa jimi kwan so wo kra de wudi kra nka yenka hwe wi wom na wi wom wi nkwala bi e wo mpata mu nya hwe yenka go ni nyansa wo tu fiase ai nti ende nya hwe jimi fo na omo de omo so omo mpra omo so le omo na ti gold so omo na ti sika okọ so omo na tontoma papa omo na timi toka apa ne de omo nyina omo yawa omo nkonkope on ba bi na Sister Dina wo US o sese nkwala bepam de mpemfo so bepam oba bepam na be ma so bepam a ono nko a e wo US ne ne patam de me pa cho waje ba bia mo am wo US ko ba sa wo pe obi ama na yi obeti ana wa uti a mi sister ba ko pe ofiri nkranza jai efiri ochina komedi na yi beto so ama mo o ye adwuma se clean campaign no guso ay koso dendenden ototwi ba ru ba ko ana praye ana shavo a mpa cho wabo ye obetumi aye ama kama Sister Diana says we have birthday party ayi dia ben bibia frɛ no no aduane mra mo amoye living o US no so say ko ba se wo hia aduane onko didwa en free shop mra wa obedi dwa de abra African market obekwa ko didwa de abra kama anasa wo person no aduane mra na wan kasa ntumi no aduane obeno de abra obeye stew shito bibia de abra na wo de asi ho na wo di ne kakra ba cha contact no hotel le privé ebu akwa mention ko fodu akwa so udru Abraham Lincoln dan ho wa school na friend Abraham Lincoln no udru ho no man wan say obebu awura ho obodu ko beko no hotel le privé private hotel eba accommodation papa restaurant conference or bar and as a swimming pool dia wo mo ene betumi aboa medam ase se mo je mere na mo tena ase se mo ne ye ebe nante mesere se bo modern na abibi ebe bia share video my ha enam de mbosie mantimi amodin na man kan comment ya enye hwe ni ye yimutia. Have a wonderful time and take good care of yourself. Until then, see ya.
Ensio mankwa, ensio hu hia odasani biara, ene abode nyina. Intina Awurade na ayɛ Drilling Company Limited. Eto nsafre ankrankre enyumakuo ahodoɔ nyinaa. Oba Awurade na ayɛ Drilling Company Limited a yɛyɛ borehole drilling, water treatment, visibility studies. Yɛyɛ nhwehwɛmu ɛwɔ asase ne so ansa na yɛto nsuo no de ama wo. Yɛyɛ manual and electric pump installation, hydrofracture. Sɛ Awurade na ayɛ etu nsuo ma wa, wobetumi anom, wobetumi adware, wobetumi de ayɛ bibia. Enti yɛto nsafre dansie enyumakuo ahodoɔ. Ɛyɛ real estate companies, hotels, and sorry, ɛne obi biara ɔde nsuo edi dwuma. Awurade na ayɛ borehole drilling company limited. Behu yɛ kran ɛwɔ nkran, ɔfanko barrier, Kumasi ɛwɔ Odium, bus stop, Freye wa homatufo iso 0245-636634, 0247-171472. Awurade na ayɛ borehole drilling company limited. Yes, say nsuo mankwa.
Shiny po for wedding kwa onia bra